The views expressed on the previous programs are those of the hosts, guests, and callers.
George is at Gulfstream plunging his guts out.
Group, its staff, advertisers, or agency.
560 WQAM.
Hook George up with a loose machine.
The Neil Rogers Show.
Josh Cordes, by the way, is an idiot. Didn't put up any stories on the website.
560 and Broward. In other counties,
I think Beast had it right. I think he's got the clap.
785-NEIL. Or
Freaking
pound
Josh
560
Cordes.
on
What
your
a
AT&T and Verizon wireless phones.
I want to check.
The opinions expressed by Neil, his guests, or his callers.
And then, of course, that tubby Chris Whalen who don't know how to do the stories and ain't going to do the stories and sponsors.
Now, the Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Fellow citizens, for 8 years it has been my honor to serve as your president.
What's life going to be like? What are you going to do now?
I am confident I'll be driven to do something. I just can't tell you what it is yet.
This January, help is on the way.
Reports are they're inside the bank.
The only man for the job,
George W. Bush.
Mall Cop.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
He's always been dedicated.
Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
To protecting
Too many OBGYNs aren't able to practice their love with women.
the last thing they expected.
I hear there's rumors on the internet.
Who is this guy?
I'm George W. Bush.
Mall Cop.
And I think the world would be better off if we did leave. If we left, the world would be worse. The world is better off with us not leaving.
You're an idiot.
I'm George W. Bush.
Mall Cop.
Imports come from overseas.
Showing now in a theater near you.
You fairy.
10:01 at 560 WQAM. So George is at Gulfstream. Beast is in the studio with all kinds of rumors and just trashing everybody in the building before the show today. No, that was me that was doing that, not the Beast.
For once. Now he's calling me, man. I can't answer the phone right now.
Who's calling you?
Josh Cordes. Hang on. I guess we could do this on the air.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it on the air. Find out what his excuse is that there's no stories and don't.
Hello?
I sent him 20 some odd.
Hello? I'm trying.
Yeah.
I guess I missed his call.
Oh, jeez.
I'll call him back.
Call him back and see what his problem
Well,
is.
I had these headphones on. I couldn't hear
Unless
the
he's
phone.
in the hospital with some like horrible disease, which in that case Brandon's going to throw a big party this weekend. But unless he's like got some horrible thing going on, how difficult is it to put those stories up on there?
I don't know.
You can be laying in bed flat out with pneumonia or something at home and still got your laptop and tap it out. I think he's tapping it all right, but it ain't the stories. Did you call him back?
Yeah, I'm talking to him now.
And what's his excuse?
Nothing.
Besides being a bozo. We got two
it's all
guys
right.
who
He wants to know.
What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead what?
Wait.
What are you doing?
I'm having a conversation on the phone, man. On the air.
So what does
he
that mean?
doesn't know
Go
why
ahead.
they're not up. He's in the car right now, and he'll look into it as soon as he gets to the
He'll
station.
look
I
into
assume.
it?
Yeah, he'll look at it.
He'll look into his what?
Rectum.
Oh, my God. He'll look into his ass? Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Well, let me look on the stats again. Maybe some miracle happened. Let's see. No, there's nothing on there. So maybe he thought he put him on there, which has happened before, and he didn't hit the right button or something like that. So between him and your friend Tubby Chris Whalen, between the two of them, they don't know how to put him on there.
What can I say?
Oh, here we go. The fake Larry King revealed. I am Mr. Radio, and I'm obsessed with Phil Simms and the old WIOD. Well, your taste continues being in your tuchus, okay? Mr. Radio. How do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
The fake Larry King. And it's funny because there's a great scathing column in the New York Daily News today about Larry just ripping him an ass, which I'll get to. And I thank Wes and Lakeland for sending that along. I hear something. Don't you hear like
No. I hear you. I mean, there's like
a crickets or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I right?
I don't.
Some sort of buzz, hum, something.
Yeah, there's like a humming buzz.
I don't know. Sorry.
So Frank is the guy that's going to be our pick-a-pony contest contestant today?
Yes.
Frank. I sure hope we don't have more than one Frank out there.
Did you pick the pony already?
Yes.
All right.
Well, but you know something? I'm not going to say it on the air because I want
right.
some tips from the audience on our Neil at NeilRogers.com. Second race at Gulfstream today.
Okay.
It's 10,000 claimer, two non-winners of 2 lifetime, fillies and mares, 4 years old enough, 6 furlongs.
Aye.
Claiming race. Some real, and it's there are 8 horses in there, and I got news for you. None of them look like the next Secretariat. I mean, it's just not great. So it's not that easy. I've got mine picked, but I'll wait till I see some input from the audience. Maybe they got some hot information, which I doubt.
Okie dokie.
Boy, that noise is getting louder and louder. You hear it?
We have like motorized things going on. You know, there's a lot of construction going on over here, but I don't know if that's what you're hearing.
No, that's not it. No. It's more like more like that.
Clarence stuck his head in. He's going to work on it.
He's going to work on it?
Yeah, he says you hear it on the air.
Yeah, I think he's been working on it all morning. It wouldn't be the first time. Clarence, he's going to work on it. Doesn't bother me. I don't know. Does it bother the audience? They're used to a lot of noise. At least it's in English. It's not in Espanol.
Yeah. Steph's going to go see if it's something, that can be dealt with.
Okay, and if not, we'll just put up with it.
That's right.
It's driving me nuts. Well, we get a really good negatory email every day, at least one. And Tim said, and of course he I'm sure thinks that this is a very positive email. Tim is a crazy person. He is. And, of course, I read you that one line about him calling a few times a day. Anybody that wants the calls back that tells me that he calls a few times a day has got to be part of the problem. Tim says, I have to agree with your emailers. I'm afraid I have to agree with the negative emails you've been getting lately, especially the ones criticizing you for not taking calls. Since you went to email, you've limited your listener feedback to those who work in offices. Gee, I thought that, like, people at home have computers and people can send email from their Crackberry and their phone, right?
Right.
Look at me, for example, Tim says. I don't want to. Why am I writing an email at 9:30 p.m. to a show that went off the air at 2 p.m. in the afternoon? I'll tell you the answer, Tim.
I have no line.
That's the answer.
I have no line.
Saw that coming.
I don't get home till 9 o'clock. This means I have to wait 7 hours to give feedback. Don't take this as a negative because it's not. No, of course not. But it seems like any email that doesn't kiss your ass is considered negative. Right. That's right. I'm just very sensitive, ultra-sensitive, and thin-skinned, and I make it up. I just want to inform you that the new email format has severely limited those of us who want to interact with the host, Neil Rogers. Here comes the coup de grace, okay? There's always one line, like the one yesterday about where can we register our complaints if you don't take calls.
Right.
Here's one. This is a guy that's complaining about why I don't take calls. Before, I would call your show a few times a day, but now I can't even do that. A few times a day. And he wonders why I'm not taking calls. He would call a few times a day. Please start taking calls again. Please just give it a chance. No. There are plenty of smart listeners out there. Don't let the I'm your friend guy ruin it for everyone. Oh, and by the way, why is it that all other hosts on the station are able to take calls successfully except you? And why is it that this show continues being the highest rated on this radio station? Which we'll get to Barry Jackass's real column in a minute. I wonder what that is. Before I would call your show a few times a day, but now I can't even do that. What a line, what a sentence that is. Get this guy and put him in a straitjacket.
You're depriving him.
Yeah, I'm depriving him of his opportunity to interact with a host, Neil Rogers. I don't want to interact with crazy people like you, okay? And he's knocking the I'm your friend guy. He's knocking Prozac Ron. I got news for you. Anybody that calls a talk show more than one time a day or calls every day has got to be a crazy person.
It's all of our callers.
What?
All of our sports callers do it.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
How about, what's his name? What the hell's his name? The one that Joe loves.
Which one?
The one that calls every single day.
Which one?
The dark-complected guy. Stormcat.
Stormcat. Oh, yeah. He calls 3-4 times a day.
He does?
Oh, yeah. Every show.
But you know what old Baldy once said, WH, years ago, when George and I were still at IOD. He said, we don't worry about those callers. There's only about 10, 15, 20 callers on those sports stations. They're just the same people over and over again. And I think even Baldy had a point back then. That's right. Before he bailed out of the Dolphin organization. Well, he still got 5%, right?
See.
Don't be knocking Wayne now. We'll lose that Dolphin franchise. And according to Barry, we had a 14 share on Sunday afternoon during those Dolphin hours. I wonder how the hell he got that.
I don't know.
Where did he get that from? How do you get a breakdown Saturday and Sunday like hourlies? I never even heard of such a thing.
It's that new math we keep hearing about.
Yeah, I think we made it up. And, of course, Jolly Joe, any of these people, they could tell Barry anything. Oh, they had a 98 share when the Dolphins were on. He'll put anything in the paper because he's a putz. Here's the poll results from right now. If my boss gave me a pink slip tomorrow due to the bad economy, my reaction would be, we got 791 votes, not too bad. What will I do now, 172? F you, 156. F you. That would be my reaction then, and that's still my reaction now. F you. Deep depression, 76. More time for weed and beer, 71. Yippee, unemployment benefits, food stamps, 71. No problem, I'll have a new job lined up tomorrow, 52. I understand why you have to let me go, 37. I always hated this job anyway, 34. Yippee, an extended vacation, 34. No problem, my spouse has a job, 26. Take this job and shove it, 25. I want to go postal and kill some people, 23. I can't go on, I want to die, 7. If I don't see you soon, I'm going to die, 7. No problem, I got my second job to fall back on, 7. I just love that scene with Clemenza. In fact, you got to love Clemenza anyway.
He's great.
He was one of the all-time best in The Godfather.
Right, every movie's got to have their comic relief, that's him.
Then he had a heart attack, which we didn't see, and he died. They told us that, Maybe that later on they told us about poor Pete. Now, Tessio, he wasn't in Godfather 2, was he? Tessio?
Yeah. Wasn't he?
Was that the one where he,
I don't know. Now I can't remember.
No, of course
he wasn't.
Not.
No.
Can you get me off the hook for old time's sake? That was in the first
right,
Godfather.
You're right.
Can't do it, Sally.
More coffee here.
Don't call me Sally. And then it was an accident and nobody got hurt. Oh, no. The stream keeps cutting in and out. Sounds like you guys are underground, says Adam Oshmak in Kitchener-Waterloo.
Sorry, Adam.
It looks like Josh posted the news stories for the 24th instead of the 23rd. They're up. They just have tomorrow's date, says Eric.
I see.
Well, what does that mean? He's got the wrong date?
So I guess they went. Yeah, he posted them in the future, so they won't show up until tomorrow.
Oh, and Mr. Radio wants to know, what's with the buzz? Well, the Beast will tell you the buzz. He's the answer in the building. We got a buzz. We've been just talking about that, you moron. Mr. Radio. That's our goal for 2009, is somebody's going to dig him up, find his ass, and we're going to hang him right outside the building. Now, is that supposed to be a big secret, what the Beast told me before the show today? About May, whatever that is?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm asking him.
I wasn't told that it was off limits or anything.
Well, George said it's a big secret.
I did not.
Yeah, you did. You said,
I said it was a rumor that I've been hearing for years.
You didn't even tell me about it because I got a big mouth and I'll put it on the radio.
No, I said it was a rumor that I've been hearing for years.
I got a big mouth.
No reason to believe it any more than I have been.
The sports leader. Neil God.
I used to be a rich doctor till I met him. Because of Bernie Madoff, my future is grim. And now I can't afford to join a freaking gym. I'd like to drop kick Bernie's face, punch him all over the damn place, look him in the eyes until he freaking cries. I'd like to big slap Bernie's yap, make him walk into a bear trap, kick him in the junk and shove him in my trunk. I was a rich doctor, the American dream, until this turkey put me in a Ponzi scheme, where things are not on paper quite as they might seem. I'd like to drop kick Bernie's face, punch him all over the damn place, look him in the eyes until he freaking cries. I'd like to big slap Bernie's yap, make him walk into a bear trap, kick him in the junk and shove him in my trunk. I used to have a platinum card and drove a Lamborghini, and I had a manservant named Gus. I used to date pretty girls who were sexy and teeny. Now it's toothless girls who ride the bus. I was a rich doctor who got rid of your cough, but now I got no money cause Bernie Madoff took everything I have. That dirtbag ripped me off. I'd like to drop kick Bernie's face, punch him all over the damn place, look him in the eyes until he freaking cries. I'd like to bitch slap Bernie's yap, make him walk into a bear trap, kick him in the junk and shove him in my trunk.
Dirtbag. We finally found a bag that we can say on the air beside the one in Maria's eyes. Isn't that great?
Garbage bag.
I beg your pardon?
How's it going, eh?
See, now I know what that means, D-bag. I always thought it meant something else, but D-bag is dirtbag.
Dirtbag.
And nobody has given me any tips on the second race of Gulfstream, so I'm going to have to do my own.
Yep.
What?
Nothing. I thought these people would be helpful.
But they're not. Well, wait a minute. Here's one. For the second race today, I like the 4-horse, somebody says. The name is With Mixed Emotions. Morning line odds 4-1. Love the name, and I wish the person good luck on the bet. Well, that's not very, he likes the name.
Yeah.
Hope you guys find out what the buzzing sound is in the broadcast. Did you hear the noise during the sports? Have a great show, and thanks for the laughs.
By the way, we have dialed up with a different doohickey. Is there any difference? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, I don't hear that.
Yeah, it's actually not as bad.
No, that's right. I hear a little bit of a buzz.
They have so much power equipment plugged in and running right now. So
what do you mean by that?
You know how like when a lot of these motorized things that are going on, they're plugged in, air compressors and sand blasters and things like that all around me. So.
Well, it's funny because when I went over the entries here, which has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but that's okay.
Right.
My first pick was the 4-horse.
Right.
Who finished second at a mile last time, and who gets bet. Each of the last 3 starts was bet down. 2 times the favorite last time, 5-2 second choice. But I'm not going with that one. I mean, you could find a reason to pick several horses in here out of the 8, but I'm picking the 7, Barbara's Attitude, with Elvis Trujillo. Elvis has left the starting gate. The only thing I don't like about this horse is that she has been off for 2 months, but has been working out, decent. Not spectacular, but decent works right along. And I think because the race that she won was at this distance, 6 furlongs, in the slop, October, and with an 85 speed rating, and went off the favorite that day. And then the next 2 races were in allowance races, much tougher company, and now coming back after a 2-month layoff and is dropping way down to a 10-claimer. Now, sometimes that's a bad sign. Sometimes it means she's on her last legs, and other times it means maybe they're just trying to win a race. And I farted real bad just now. Where did that come from?
What?
Do you hear that? That's part of that buzz, I think. Oh, no.
Hey,
we can't do
anything about the background noise.
The Beast released Joyce before the show. He went on for a long time.
Really?
He must have made the walls of the building tremble.
Well,
shaking all right.
Shades of Fat Boy.
He's a mover.
We sure have had a lot of fat people in that building over the years.
Speaking of fat man, there's a guy walking by right now that looks just like Fat Rich. Oh, my God, it's like the ghost of Fat Rich walking by right now.
The ghost of Fat Rich.
Oh, my God.
The ghost of the fat man. He was really funny. I was watching some races last night from, where the hell was it, Meadowlands?
Yep.
And there's a kid, I don't know what his name is, Jeff Duplays. Well, his father was Norman Duplays, who raced in New York for years and years. And Rich evidently didn't think too highly of him. So he said his nickname for him was DNF Duplays. DNF meaning did not finish. DNF Duplays. I mean, you have to know who these people are to understand it, to appreciate the humor. But that's a good line. DNF Duplays. I'm not hearing that buzz real bad. 830 votes on the poll. When we get to 1,000, we'll change it or not, depending on what we feel like doing. So no more tips on the second race. That's okay.
You might get
sure
some.
Hope that doesn't win. So, Frank, you got the 7, Barbara's Attitude. That's my final answer.
The 7?
The 7.
All right.
What's all the noise now? What is that?
Power drills and things.
Oh, they're building.
Yeah.
The walls of Jericho are tumbling around
like
George. I knew it. I knew sooner or later you'd get yours.
Mm-hmm.
So the stories are up there on the website, and so, I'm not going to apologize to Cordes because he's got it screwed up there on the stats. Like Eric said, he's got him on the wrong day. What a bozo. Well, he's got syphilis and, like that. He's got crabs, he's got syphilis, he's got genital warts, and that's because he's, always running around, everything with a skirt on. He's poking it. That's what the Beast said.
I did.
Barry Jackson, the real one, not on the email, but in the Herald this morning, so it might be true. WQM at the top of the latest ratings. Oh, hallelujah, a happy day. And even mentions my name in here, briefly. The battle between WQM 560 and 790, the ticket, continues to swing back and forth, with WQM beating the ticket in the most recent ratings period, thanks to strong ratings for the Dolphin games, as well as for its morning and midday programming. Now, what does that mean? Our morning show had a big number? I thought Joe had a 2.9.
He had a really strong hour in there somewhere, like a 4-something for one of those hours.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Beat Sid.
8 to 9 hour. What?
He beat Sid.
Well, oh, wow, he beat Sid. Whoopee-doo.
That's all that matters.
He beat Sid. Sid has got the biggest mouth with the least results of anybody I've ever seen in the history of this business. I mean, no number ever. When it was on a midday, he stunk. In the morning, ones. First he had 2s, and now he's down to 1s, a 1.8, a 1.7, whatever the hell it is, and then open up a big mouth? Jesus, God almighty. The stations have alternated victories against each other in the past 4 Arbitron rating books, says Barry. Hey, Barry.
You fairy.
How's that salami sandwich, Barry? In the most recent book, covering September 18 through December 10, WQM was 13th in the market with a 3.0 share in the coveted male 25 to 54 demographic group. The Ticket, which has a marketing partnership with the Herald, in other words, they got their nose up each other's ass, was 21st with a tutu. They had a tutu. And Sid looks lovely wearing it. On average, WQM had 84,500 listeners a week in that demo group, compared with 51,000 for the Ticket. Some notable numbers from that group. WQM got a big boost from the Dolphins from 1 to 4 p.m. Sundays when most Dolphin games were played. WQM was first locally with a 14.2 share. The Ticket was 29th with a point share. Insert your own punchline here. How do you like that? 0, like our 9 to 10 hour at night. Predictably, WQM also beat 790 with Dolphin pregame and postgame programming. 1 to 4 on Sunday, the Ticket's got a point. Among sports hosts, WQM's Joe Rose and the Ticket's Dan LeBastard had strong books. In head-to-head competition, 7 to 10 a.m., Rose was 11th in the market with a 2.9 share, and 790 Sid Rosenkrantzbergstein Schwartz was 19th with a 1.9. A 1.9, my God. I bet you Imus won't even talk to him anymore. During the 3 hours when LeBastard and John Wiener, Stu Gotts, directly compete with WQM's Jim Mandich, 4 to 7 p.m., the Ticket was 4th with a 4.6 share, and QM 16th with a 2.5. Mad Dog's having a tough time following 2 hours of dead air. Oh, speaking of that, WQM's Orlando Alzaquiri, who hosted 2 weekday shows for the final 4 months of 2008, finished with a 1-1 against 790. Oh, finished 1-1 against 790. From 5 to 7 a.m., his 1.7 share topped 790's 0.9. Part Andy King, part Rosenberg. Part Rosenberg with a 0.9. Oh, my God. But from 2 to 4 p.m., he had a 1.1 share compared with 790's 3.6. 1 hour of George Sedano, another hour of LeBastard and Wiener. LeBastard's kicking your ass, mister.
Rock solid.
Boy, you better start speaking English. No speaking the English. WQM's Neil Rogers finished 4th in the market with a 4.6 share from 10 to 2. The Ticket, 2 hours of Sins-fired Kevin Rogers and 2 hours of Sedano, was 20th with a 1.9 share during that span. Oh, my God, another one with a big mouth, that punk Sedano. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. We had a 4.6, they had a 1.9. Pretty close, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And wait till we get, well, there's more here. From the real Barry Jackass.
Biggest names.
It's Friday, you bastards.
Meanwhile, the Democratic race between Barack and Obama and Hillary Clinton, still too close to call. We'll have more later. That went smoothly. Yeah. No, I'll have to ad-lib it. Give me one interesting exit poll, please.
Emery Banks for ABC 25 Today. Back to you, Jan.
Thanks, Marie. It's 6:17 and Health Watch this morning. Doctors in Utah are hoping for a new medical breakthrough to solve the problems of attention disorder behavior with problems with children. Attention deficit hyperactivity is a common disorder, and in fact 3 out of 5 kids or actually 3 to 5% of the children with...
I gotta leave old Durham town.
I gotta start it over. I'm lost.
Gotta leave.
So I'm doing the first one. He's not expecting a big win.
Maybe
and
I
then
do.
How is this money and staff situation changed?
Maybe you do.
Okay, and then there's...
Okay, now playing that bit on here, and I'm hearing all this extraneous crap in the background. What was that?
Well, I was supposed to be doing a mic check. I didn't know it was hot.
Just watch your language.
Much more CBS News ahead. Okay? Freddie, Giuliani's dead. I mean, you know what I mean. Hey, Eric, did you use the cool shadow on the snow shot yet? The CBS? Yeah. It's so cool.
Do you hear me now?
I don't think it's hokey. I think it's so cool.
A local man spots something suspicious and he decides to spring into action. He has done something that is very good.
Wheatland or Wheatland? Wheatland, right? How do you say that? Does anyone know? Sorry. Wheatland. 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 Okay. Oh, okay. Wheatland, Wisconsin. So I'll say Cynthia. Cynthia? She has pretty eyes. They're freaking me out a little. No, she looks like a husky. You know those weird blue eyes? Huh?
Yeah. Are we not closed out?
Cindy McCain has the most intense eyes. They're like light ice blue. And she had a purple suit on, and I mean, they were so intense. I was like, I couldn't stop staring at her. She must have thought I was weird.
Thank you. All right, it's back to you, Jim.
Ollie, don't let her go away. That's what. Does she have a response to that? Is she still there?
What's that?
Did the lady just leave?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. You should have kept that discussion.
She's back if you want her.
Yes. Yes.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to know a response to what the gentleman said. The gentleman's a very effective spokesperson for the company, but obviously the people who live there are not satisfied with his explanation.
Right. So what do you want now?
Well, if I have to teach you how to be a reporter, Ollie, I'll do that later.
Oh, why don't you do that later, Jim? I think the lady expressed herself, and you're not here, you're there. Is there any question you'd like me to ask her?
No, I'll give you lessons on how to become a reporter later.
Well, I'll give you some lessons on how to be an editor, because I was your boss once.
Yeah, you were, and are no longer. How did that happen?
Well, I don't know.
Here's Ernest DeMillo.
Clearly putting a mission accomplished on an aircraft carrier was a mistake.
Were some people predicting Obama would beat Hillary by 20 points? 10? Double digits, okay.
Obviously, some of my rhetoric has been a mistake.
Tonight, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake rattled Alaska's seismically active Aleutian Islands. It was magnitude 7.2. It was a very large earthquake. The good thing is there were no immediate reports of any damages or injuries.
After the break, we're going to interview Eric Weihenmayer, who climbed the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But he's gay. He's blind. So we'll hear about that.
Okay, as we head to the break, a look at the six.
There have been disappointments. Abu Ghraib obviously was a huge disappointment during the presidency. Not having weapons of mass destruction was a significant disappointment.
I know who likes chocolate. Our Zane Virgie loves chocolate. One of our maid kids. Oh, nice melons behind you there.
Whoa!
Whoops, I'm sorry. Was that a personal light?
As we check the buoys outshore. I don't appreciate the speculation about Don Rumsfeld. He's doing a fine job. I strongly support him.
Well, what do you say to critics who believe that you're ignoring the advice of retired generals, military commanders, who say that there needs to be a change?
I say I listen to all voices, but mine's the final decision. And Don Rumsfeld is doing a fine job. I have strong confidence in Don Rumsfeld. I hear the voices. But I'm the decider.
Huckabee, he wasn't expecting to win. Okay, and then I'd like to ask her, in South Carolina, he should do better. I would rather look ahead to that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Jen, hold on 2 seconds, Rick. Can you hold on 2 seconds? Jen, where's my new Clinton-Obama, those 2 cards you made me? That you condensed to 2 cards? Oh, here it is. You have to just title them, okay? Okay. Clinton, Obama, you know what I mean? Okay. Because otherwise it's hard for me to pull them out. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Never mind. Sorry. Okay, sorry, Rick.
Okay.
Is that a bad monitor on top, just out of curiosity? That looks so much better in the one below. So I guess Romney was exuding kind of false confidence, right? Harkening back to his Olympic experience in Salt Lake City. Well, will he do well in Michigan? Today is Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, we're sorry, too. Anyway, 24-11. I'm going to change my pick at Gulfstream. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I just looked at that again, and that 7-horse hasn't run since November of 2007.
I see.
I got my years mixed up. I was thinking this mare was off 2 months. She's been off 14 months. No way, Jose.
Is that his name?
What?
Is that the horse's name?
Oh, and here's the thing from Tom Jicka, real or imaginary. I guess it's the real Tom Jicka. I've been in California, so I haven't been able to listen. Is that the Beast on your show today? Yes, it is. What happened to Fat Chris? I thought you hated the Beast. Fat Chris got taken off the show. He's working 5 to 6 in the morning and overnights as a way of sticking it to us. And the Beast is there because George is out of Gulfstream. Get with it, Tommy.
Do you hate me?
What? At times. I saw Barry's... See, I gave you like a partially honest answer. I saw Barry's article. Good job on the ratings. Yeah, really good job. A 4.6. Woo! But, you know, the way things are today. I'm hearing rumors about 940 going back to Fox Sports. Have you heard anything about this? Yes. That's the rumor. I'll contact Ken today, meaning Ken Charles, if he's still around after the Clear Channel bloodbath, says Tom Jicka. So Tom's pretty upset about Fat Chris not being there and the Beast being there. I think he hates you, too. I mean, he hates you.
Tom and I go way back.
What does that mean?
We go way back.
Yeah.
By the way,
back.
Speaking of going way back, I don't know if you remember one of our engineers from Paxson, Lino. You called him Jay Lino.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, anyway, he works here now.
I was at 159 points.
He wanted me to tell you you're gay. No, wait, that's not it. I wrote it down. He wanted me to tell you hi.
No. The 3 Genuine Diamonds got a shot, but this she hasn't been out since July of 2007. So like a year and a half. I mean, what kind of a field is this? I may have to go back to that 4-horse.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I'm smelling you right now. Although the 3 Genuine Diamond looks like she's got a shot. Let's see those workouts. Working along.
Well, don't forget, you're picking for 2 today.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm betting 2.
Well, you know, I was going to get to that, and the fact of the matter is that this is all balled up. Like all QAM and things are, it's all balled up.
No matter.
Because I need the racing form for the first, although somebody did send me the racing form. I'll see if it's all there. I need the charts for the first race so I can pick one for you to win on.
No biggie. Let's do something fancy, too, like wheeling or something that I don't even understand.
Yeah, wheel your ass. Box of Charms, the 6. What just happened there?
What?
Every time George hits the cough button, it
drops out like sounds of silence.
Trust me, you wanted me to hit the cough button just then.
Box of Charms was off for like almost a year, for 11 months, and then had a tightener, and now it's coming back. 6 furlongs.
A tightener?
A tightener. In other words, a race to get ready for the next race.
Okay, thank you.
A tightener.
I don't know any of this stuff.
Well,
I need to know these terms.
And it's dropping down.
A glossary.
I think I'm going with a 6 Box of Charms.
Okay.
Lucky Charms. Lightly raced filly. She's only raced 4 times lifetime and won one of them at Gulfstream. So likes the track. Well, let's see about the workouts. 102 and 2 for 5 furlongs. 49 and 3. But I don't know. I mean, it's not much of a race. I'm going to go with the 6. Box of Charms. Got it? That's official.
Got it.
That 7's been off for 14 months. Now, if the 7 wins, too bad.
Oh, well.
New York City Dave says, hi, Neil and George. Regarding your talk about Godfather, I saw Abe Vigoda the other week in my neighborhood diner, Cafe Luca. Abe eats there a lot. I always wanted to walk over him to say the line Pacino says to him at the end of The Godfather. Sorry, not this time, Sally. What does that mean?
He's got it wrong.
Sorry, not this time, Sally, at the end of The Godfather? At the end of The Godfather, Sally already sleeps with the fishes.
Right.
He's thinking of Tom Hagen. Can't do it, Sally. Boy, I'm telling you, New York City Dave, you're really screwed up. Do you think I should give it a shot? He'll give you a shot if you say that to him. And in closing, tell George to hit it big today and on the ponies, too. Yeah, hit it big and on the ponies,
Thanks.
too, says New York City Dave. He's a real clown. Al Pacino says to Tessio, sorry, not this time, Sally.
No.
Oh, my God. What is with these people? The drugs must be in the drinking water supply.
Must be.
Free drugs for everybody. That's Obama's first official act.
Great.
After closing Gitmo. He's going to give them all a bunch of drugs, too. What?
Where do we get them? Where do I line
Free drugs. Oh, when you're at the racetrack, they know a lot about that stuff.
I'll just go to the stables, then.
Tom, can you get me off the hook? For old time's sake.
Can't do it, Sally.
Real American a-holes.
Real American a-hole.
We salute you, Mr. Fake ID Maker.
Mr. Fake ID Maker.
Sure, you don't have the best equipment. In fact, your scanners produce images only slightly sharper than Silly Putty on the Sunday comics.
Calvin and Hobbes.
It doesn't matter, though, because your customers are completely faced when they visit you anyway. Most establishments would deny little Jimmy his alcohol and tobacco. But thanks to you, he purchases a 40 and a pack of smokes with ease, while his underage friends wait around the corner.
Don't forget the matches!
Sure, the cops have tried to shut you down, but you provide a public service, keeping businesses that would otherwise go belly up in the black.
Ow!
So we salute you, Mr. Fake ID Maker, your inkjet printer, your 3 ex-wives, and the scores of hungover teenagers who couldn't get up for school today. You are a real American a-hole.
Okay, 1047. Thanks to one of our fine listeners out there, and I thank him profusely. He emailed me the whole racing form.
Yeah, Steve's going to do that again or have it emailed to you?
No, I don't want it done again.
Well, too late. He went. He left.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you're just going to have to
So I got
deal
your
with
first race, and of
email.
course I already had the second
Right.
race, so that's all I need. Unless we're going to stick around all afternoon and bet all the races, which I can't do because I got to go to Woodbine. Let's
oh, my
see.
God.
What?
No, just Tiffany Miranda's going to be singing the national anthem tomorrow around 12ish, and she's walking away from me right now, and it's really a thing to see.
Maidens 4 years old and up is the first race. Mile and an eighth on the dirt. Mile and an eighth. My God, are you kidding me? Some of these are going to fall down after the first quarter of a mile. That's bad. Don't say that. Oh, here's a ship-in from Tampa.
What'd you say?
A ship-in.
Oh.
You heard what I said.
No, I didn't.
The Red
It's very
Fox.
loud here.
The Red Fox. This is one that never raced at Gulfstream or even at Calder, at least not on here. The 4, the Red Fox. What kind of speed ratings has it got? Really weak. Weak. Socio, the 5. How do you pick a winner in this race?
Just close your eyes, get a dart.
I guess so. Well, it's going to be your money. You're the one that's going to plunge your guts on it.
That's right.
I think what I'm going to have you do is back wheel the horse I picked in the second race, the 6.
Great. I love back wheeling. I have no idea what that means, but I love doing it.
Yes, you do. See, you just forgot.
I did forget.
That's what happens when you smoke too much bad weed. Your memory
It's
goes.
good weed.
Bad weed.
Good weed.
Boy, look at this 8. Amazon with an apostrophe between the O and the N. Amazon. I wouldn't even know how you say that.
I don't know.
Bothered. Does that say? It's very hard to read this damn racing form. No threat. No threat. 6 by 13 lengths. And dropping down just ever so slightly. Not good. So anybody can win this first race. Even the Red Fox from Tampa, where that spastic announcer is at Tampa Bay Downs. So that's what we'll do, okay? I can't pick a winner in the first race. Unless, of course, somebody out there's got some tip for us. Not, I like the name. Oh, I just love that. I like the name.
I like the color.
Yeah. Oh, what a pretty jockey, like that. There's some pretty jockeys.
That's right.
Let's see. Barry continues. Back to the Barry Jackass.
I forgot all about
Lengthy
it.
column here.
Really?
Well, I don't want to, blow the whole thing right off the bat. Although WQM's 7 to 8 p.m. Dolphin Show was much improved from the old version, it registered only a 0.8.
Oh!
Much improved, 0.8, 25th in the market. During that hour, the ticket was 21st with a 1.3, including Jonathan Zaslow, who has since moved to 10 to noon. Armando Salguero, Panthers games, and a few late-season Marlin games. The Marlins. From 8 to 11 p.m., WQAM, mostly Damon Amendolara, DA, was 21st with a 1-point share, compared with 790's 0.6, which ranked 26th, and had some Zaslow, Panthers, Marlins, and the since-canceled Dos Amigos show. So how are the stations spinning it, Barry asked? They're spinning it like a dreidel, Barry. Ticket station manager Howard Davis, who's always making excuses, said 790 would have beaten WQM during the day if you compare sports to sports and take Neil Rogers out of the equation. They're at the home of the Dolphins. I'd expect they'd win in football season. I would have expected they would have done a little better than they did, said Howard Davis. Not to be confused with Howard David did. WQM manager Joe Bell, with 1L, said, we won 3 or 4 measurable day parts and weekends, and we've won 2 of the past 3 books. They have a tendency to change the numbers depending on how they do. We just let the numbers speak for themselves. Yeah, like that 9 o'clock hour, that point. It speaks for itself. And that 2 to 4 with a 1.1.
Rock solid.
Speaks for itself. Oh, my God. But it's true, though. I'll give you the numbers, the real ones, and they, make up stories. Oh, well, if you take Rogers out of the... Well, they haven't taken Rogers out of the equation. You guys with all your big talk over there, you had a chance to hire us and put this show on over there and kick some serious ass from this dying place, but you didn't do it because you talk a big game. But even the predecessor over there, Mr. Feinberg, Joel Feinberg, talked a lot, and Daddy had a lot of money, but they weren't willing to spend any. Maybe they knew we had... Now they're like bells and birds in the back. But very quiet, though.
I see.
Bells and birds. So now, are you going to play any slots or what?
No.
You're not?
Not.
Well, why not? What's the matter with you? You're some kind of a wuss?
No, because when 2 o'clock hits, I'm going to get out of here. I got things to do.
What do you mean when 2 o'clock? I'm talking about during the show. No.
During the show?
Yeah, you did last time.
Yeah, but we're outside now. We're in the Breezeway by the Breezeway bar. I'm nowhere near a slot machine today.
Oh, I hear somebody belly aching about some spot the Big O does and the hilarious yada. Okay. Brandon says, I might have not been paying attention, but I thought Love 94 was supposed to turn into WYOD-FM, and today when scanning the stations, Love 94 is 93.9 WMIA, which is kind of dancing 80s music. That's old news, Brandon, old news. I don't know, but it was crappy music. Well, that's cheap channel for you. It's old news, baby. Get with it. Monty says, every time I hear that Katie Couric bit, I can't help thinking about Fat Hank climbing on top of her. I see. Does Hank ever mention their past relationship? I know I'm probably not alone in wanting some juicy details. Any good burger suggestions, says Monty. Oh, God. Monty, get some help. Here's one that says, oh, this is hysterical, from Phil. Hey, Neil, I haven't heard you since the days of the Bird, who I believe to be now deceased. That's correct. He's still dead. A couple of days ago, horse racing came up, and it made me think about you when you had people calling to ask you if they could call some race or another. They would do, and the emphatic, down the stretch they come and generally lose their mind. So I looked you up, and yeah, you're still on the radio. The lightning round was effing hilarious, too. Really great to hear you again. Taking calls or not, plunge your guts out. See ya, and say hi to George, too, says Phil. How do you like that? Phil didn't even know we were on the air. That's the great promotional machine we've got here at QAM. Didn't even know we were on the air. By the way, go by and see George. He's at Gulfstream right now, waiting to see a whole bunch of you. Bring him a bag of money so he can plunge his guts out.
That's right.
Well, how many horses are there in the first race? 8. So for $8, you can back wheel the 6. Is that the one I picked? Box of Charms.
I want to bet more than that. Come on now.
Well, then bet $16. $2 back wheel.
Okay. That's what
That means you got all the horses in the first race, and then, of course, the 6 has to win the second race.
You're going to have to repeat that later when Steve Sloan shows up.
Oh, I'm not. I don't repeat it again unless I get paid for it.
Just remember, if you say everything twice, you only have to say half as much.
863 votes on the poll in New York City. Dave apologized for screwing up the line from The Godfather. You don't know nothing about Godfather, Dave. Bozo. Let's see. Here's one from somebody. Who's it from? Mario. Happy Friday, Neil and George. I just finished reading the Barry Jackass piece in the Herald, and what a joke. Among the sports hosts, Joe Rose and Dan LeBastard helped the station with the ratings, he writes. Among the sports hosts, why only them? Who helped the station's ratings more, you or Joe Rose? Your show is the highest rated show on either station, but that doesn't matter because it's not a sports show. Now you're getting it, Mario. The obsession with sports on the airwaves is very scary. Very scary. Then you have Steve White saying, now who the hell's Steve White? He's talking about Howard Davis.
Steve White's the program director over there.
Did he quote Steve White in that column? I don't think so.
No.
Oh, this sounds like an inside job to me. I don't know. From our place. Then you have Steve White saying they would have beaten QM if you compare sports to sports and take Neil Rogers out of the equation. What? This guy's a station manager? No. Compare sports to sports, so if that were the case, there would have been a very close race for the 20-something place in the market. And how about if you take Neil Rogers out of the equation comment? If that's the logic they were using, they would have been number one if there weren't any other stations on the air. That's right. They'd be number one if we'd all just shut down. We'd be number one at night, too, even with a point at 9 o'clock, if everybody else would just shut down. At least Barry Jackass had enough time to mention you in the piece after he put down his sack lunches Mommy packed for him. Sports on the radio is acceptable in moderation. Sports every hour of every day gets you in 13th and 21st place in the market. The point of being business is to have your product beat all its competitors in whatever measure of your nature of business. When you rank 13th, you should focus on beating the 12 competitors in front of you, not just one competitor who's 8 places behind you. To put it in sport hole terms, that would be like the Dolphins this year focusing only on being better than the Bengals. I still remember when you had the girlfriend beating Joel Feinberg on your show and told him he would give his left nut to have you on his station. His reply was, if you're on my station, we wouldn't be the #1 sports station. George replied, yeah, you'll just be the #1 station. George's comment made the most sense. He just disregarded it and went back to beating his girlfriend. Einstein said that insanity is doing...
Sorry.
Einstein said that insanity is doing the same behavior over and over and expecting a different result. QAM and the Ticket keep trying an all-sports format over and over in hopes of finishing #1, never reaching it, making both stations insane, says Mario S. You got it, Mario. Crazy.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
No.
No!
My wife left town with a banana. Love's a rotten deal. Found that yellow devil hiding in her purse. He's cold and he's hard, but he's got appeal. I hope it never happens to you. Some fruit breaks your marriage in two. My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping away. Left town with a banana. I'm a jealous man. She found a 6-inch Latin lover. Now she does the tango with her right hand. And right now I could just die. He's eating my banana cream pie. My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping, my baby's slipping, my baby's slipping away.
11:03 at 560 WQM. We got Geldy at 2 this afternoon. Wow. Curtis for the Mad Dog 4 to 7. Dolphin tonight 7 to 8 with its number, and then the DA who's got a point from 8 to 11. Greg Likens 11 to 1. What's the story on him, Beast?
What do you want to know?
Why is he on? I mean, why is every other night we go to ESPN?
Because when Joe brought him over from 790, that was the deal that they made. They promised him a Friday night show.
Hysterically.
Oh, Lee made a funny face.
No. Well, you know another reason why he's on?
Me? No.
You don't even know who that is.
I have no idea.
Greg's a great guy, by the way.
Oh, good. Like I said, he's on 11 to 1 tonight after DA with his share.
The first of the day as we crack on to race number 2, start to the...
Here's the handicapping from the fairgrounds, by the way, with that the race caller with a real bad hairpiece, one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And the chick who's so anorexic looking, if she weighs like, she's, fairly attractive, but she weighs about 40 pounds. Scarecrow.
Here with the 4, Hania's Gold.
So we don't care about the fairgrounds in New Orleans, do we? No. Here's one of the best emails I've ever received. Short and sweet to the point. Michael sends me a question from Joe Rose. You want to hear it?
Yes.
You want to hear it, George?
I want to hear it.
Neil, how are you doing with the ladies?
Oh, God.
How you doing with the ladies?
Well, come on. Just one time.
No.
Do it with the ladies.
Just try it.
No.
Just once.
No way.
Just cup a booby once.
El Paso.
Just give it a squeeze.
No. Mr. Radio, a real a-hole if ever there was one, who just doesn't get the message. Hi, Neil. I've been listening for about 30, man. The show's been sounding good lately, but today it's a little strange. I didn't think I'd hear the Beast on your show again. He also probably wants to know the names of the crickets that were making those sounds in the background in the first hour. Talk about a groupie. Talk about...
I have no life.
He's the poster child for I Have No Life, Mr. Radio. Does the Beast have any good Joe Zagacki stories to share? Ask him if Joe still has the funny haircut. Maybe I should ask him if he still looks like Penis Face. Do you really believe I'm behind any of the fake emails? Yes. Have you heard from Paul Harvey Jr. lately, or is he dead? I haven't heard from him, and I don't know, and whatever. And George doesn't care.
No.
In fact, you're hoping he's dead.
Whatever. No, I don't dislike him.
He doesn't email us. There's some of the chronic callers who don't email us.
You know, that's a very good point.
Fake name, yeah. So that's another good thing for the emails. Is that even though? And the thing with the emails, you can weed out the lunatics. Although I do really love that guy. Started this out this morning, Tim.
Right.
Tim. Before I would call your show a few times a day, but now, a few times a day. And you wonder why he wants the calls back? Maybe he's the, I don't know which one he would be. One of them. One of the ones we never want to hear from again. Harry says, on the poll, you need to add, I already received the pink slip and I'm surviving barely. Harry in SIB. What's SIB?
I don't know.
Something beach?
Okay. South something? No, what we got to do is
South Island, South idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, good luck to you, Harry. We wish you all the best. We're not changing the poll, though. Are we changing the poll?
It's up to you.
No, we're not. How many hours until post time? 1:15 is first post time at Gulfstream. You got a whole bunch of people come out to see you so far, or what?
A couple people swung by. Did
they really?
Tiffany Miranda came by so that I would say her name on the air a whole bunch of times.
Sounds like a stripper.
Nevertheless, she's not. She's a singer.
Sounds like a hooker.
She was on American Idol. I hope so.
881 votes on the poll. Let's see what Harry Reid is saying.
Bring this country out of economic distress we're in.
Who's we open ideas after your life later?
Many of you hear about the CBO analysis that the House bill so far does not have a proper enough.
There was a significant.
Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid they're going to meet with El Presidente. And he's going to give them what for. He's going to say, God, are you people boring. Mike from Miami says, I'm an avid fan of the show. I've been listening to you since I was 14 years old and started listening to you because of my dad, who's been listening to you for around 15 years now. I just wanted to say, keep up the good work. Tell George his tattoo looks awesome. You have a tattoo?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, and Man Coulter still looks ugly as hell. Thanks, Mike from Miami. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
God, you'd be a good one-man audience for just about anybody.
Not anybody.
Because you laugh your ass off at stuff that's
in case nobody's told you, you can be funny every once in a while.
But you weren't laughing at me. I didn't write that email.
No, but your delivery, son.
Oh, delivery my ass. You are...
I'll go get the forklift.
Oh, my God. Talk about ass kissing.
I'll go get the rental truck. Oh, please. You wouldn't be on the air if you weren't funny. You know you are.
Now, what does this say? DRF PPs for the opener today. Good luck. What does that mean? Oh, post positions for the openers. I already got that. Already got it. DRF, Daily Racing Form. Got it?
Got it.
First race is unpickable. I mean, I could go out on a limb.
You're going to have to.
What a great story, says Robert. In the middle of a grueling 6-game road trip where a very young hockey team is away from home, the third game of the trip ends on a cold Canadian Saturday night, and this goes on and on. At Pearson Airport, they do this and they do that, and yada, yada, yada. Oh, it goes on forever. Boring. I love when people say, what a great story, or this is the funniest thing you'll ever see, and then it turns out to be some real piece of turd, Yep. Like Dan Lebeturd. 884 on the poll. When we get to 900, we'll switch it. I don't like this one anyway. If your boss gave you a pink slip. Plenty of people out there already got the old pink slip, and some of the guys are wearing it. Wesley... Isn't this Wesley over in the Lakeland or somewhere? The one that's always saying, I wish I could get out. Yeah, it is. Has from today's New York Daily News, Hey, Larry King, time to hang up the suspenders by David Hinckley. I'm going to read that after the break. So what's going on out there? You had a couple people stop by.
Yeah, we got people milling about. A lot of people on scooters. I don't know if, it's just a coincidence. Those little scooters, Fat people.
Oh, fat people on scooters?
Yeah, really gigantic people on scooters.
Wow.
I understand that.
How about old people?
Well, I mean, this place is nice if you had rollerblades, or a ripstick or something, you could really tear it up in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about some old people with walkers and with
cute
hanging from their nose?
No walkers yet, but there's some old people milling about. They're starting to show up.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. And other people, too. I mean, it's not just old people,
They're going to come by.
Beautiful
Hello,
day.
George. Tell that Neil he's a son of a bitch. Tell him when you hit him, he should only croak.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to get one of those. Maybe some of the chronic emailers will stop by and you'll find out who they really are.
I invite them to.
Some of the fake people will stop by. As soon as you see a fake people, you'll know.
I brought weaponry just for them.
Good.
I'm your friend. I'm your friend.
Maybe we'll take some calls, but I'm sure we won't. Oh, here's Tony E., who hates you like poison.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Joe's question made me think, why are you gay? Oh, boy. Isn't that a great question?
Why are you, Tony?
Yeah. Why are you an a-hole, Tony? I'll print it out and read it. Remember Tony E. from the other day?
No.
I do. He was ripping you an ass. Let's see. Somebody says, my bad, Neil. I meant to say Howard Davis, not Steve White. Oh, God. I just got my names mixed up. It must be the fact that the host across the street never stopped saying or mentioning Steve White. I don't even know who that is.
Me either.
Program director.
Will you calm down? Just for clarification, this is not an inside job. I'm a 22-year punk who doesn't work for either station or any station for that matter. I just call him like I see him. By the way, I'm proud of myself. I made George crack up.
Congratulations.
Have a great weekend, all of you. I guess even the beast falls into that well wish. I'll be listening. Plunge your guts, Neil, and find a good machine, Mom, says Mario S. Okay, you're forgiven, Mario. Don't do it again. This in relationship with these losers across the street, this is one of the reasons this place is failing so bad. If they would target, like, the entire audience as opposed to just the jockstrap sniffing audience, then maybe we'd accomplish something. Tony E. says, why? Joe's question made me think, why are you gay? Joe's question, how you doing with the ladies, Neil? I mean, other than that, you seem pretty logical. Women are beautiful. Maybe you were just curious when you were little, or you were molested, or something happened that made you turn. No, I was not molested. I'm still little, but I was not molested.
Yeah, you might have wished you were.
I'm not kidding. I don't get it, Neil. You must be a little off. You are funny, but you just have that defect. Oh, well, keep it straight, dog, says Tony E., who's a real... In fact, bigoted. Remember, he was writing that racist crap, too.
Yep.
So he don't like anybody.
Biggest names.
$50.
Senator Larry Craig is denying any wrongdoing despite a guilty plea stemming from an incident in an airport men's room.
A defiant statement from Idaho Senator Larry Craig.
I am not gay. I have been gay. Idaho.
All right, let's have a little coming out party. Come on out and show us what you got.
Hello. Here we go. I am not gay. I have been gay. Idaho.
In 1982, the newspaper reported Craig had sex with a man in a bathroom at Union Station in D.C.
But now I know you're gay, so it's all good, girlfriend.
Okay, 11:17. Now, let's see. Tomorrow at Gulfstream, they're going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Super Bowl in Tampa next weekend, and there'll be a chance to win a new Honda CR-V from Potemkin Honda. If you want more info, go to GulfstreamPark.com on the web. Go see George there right now. He's waiting in breathless anticipation for the first race, which is only a little under 2 hours away, 1:15.
Excellent. Steve's here if you want to tell him what it is that we're going to do for that first race.
Oh, yeah, we're back. What?
And or the second.
Well, yeah, we're betting the double.
Excellent.
We're back-wheeling the 3-horse in the second race, Genuine Diamond.
Okay.
I got off the 7 because she hasn't run in 14 freaking months, for crying out loud. There's 2 or 3 of them in there. I haven't run in a long time. I don't like horses running after a long layoff, okay?
Okay.
Josh Cordes, the fake one or the real one? I don't know. Hey, old man, you want stories posted on time? How about getting me a check on time? I haven't seen one dime from you in way too long a time. You start paying more attention to my wallet, and I'll start paying more attention to your insipid stories. Thanks, Josh. Oh, nice wallet, Josh.
Paying attention to it?
He wants me to pay more attention to it, yeah.
Snakeskin.
He's another slacker, you know.
Yeah.
And, of course, he wouldn't be doing the stories if it weren't for the fact that Fat Chris Whalen is one of the laziest subhumans on the face of the globe. I thought he was, like, you know, pretty good guy.
Yeah?
Even the Beast was ripping him an ass this morning.
Wow. Well, they had their issues.
Yeah, well, fat people generally like feud, you know.
I had no idea.
Fat family feud.
I thought fat birds of a feather flocked together.
I bet you Josh Friedman don't get along with the Beast at all.
No, we get along just fine.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why, you eat a few meals together every day?
No, we've never actually had a meal together.
Oh. So, in other words, there's no competition for food.
This is true.
They wouldn't share anyway.
Does he let you smell his cottage cheese?
Ooh.
Anyway, here's the article from the New York Daily News. Hey, Larry King, time to hang up the suspenders. You know what we mean, Larry?
Uh-huh.
It's time for Larry King to start working for a smaller, more selective audience like his Mirror. On the eve of Barack Obama's inauguration, he spent several minutes on his nightly CNN show tracing how this historic moment represented the climax of Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. So did a lot of other talk hosts and commentators, except that the way he presented it, with archival video of himself, it seemed as if the dream came almost as much from Larry as from Martin Luther King. Okay, everyone who's ever hosted a successful talk show, and there's no disputing the length of success of this one, has an ego. But at a certain point, it has to be tempered with a splash of reality, and too many times lately, Larry King seems to have skipped that part. There's no other logical explanation for his telling Bob Woodward the other night that his 8-year-old son, Cannon, wants to be black. Black is in. Is this the turning of the tide? ? We'll take that as a rhetorical question, but King apparently is so mesmerized by the Obama victory that in just 10 years, he also told his listeners we can have a lesbian in the White House. By the end of next week at this place, he'll be visualizing the oath of office for a midget, a telemarketer, and the Elephant Man. Now, one of the ongoing charms of King's show for many years has been his random comments from another galaxy, a byproduct of the fact he proudly does no preparation for interviews, preferring to talk with guests as if he just randomly bumped into them on the elevator. So when he interviewed Michelle Obama last year and the subject of her husband's presidential opponent, John McCain, came up, Larry blurted out that McCain is a U.S. Senator. I know, replied Michelle politely. At the end of that interview, Larry's final remark was a reminder she had met him before. She didn't say, I know, that time. King is signed with CNN through 2010. He'll presumably attract celebrity guests as long as he stays on the air because he's an attention-getting brand and the questions are soft enough to stick a fork in and roast over a campfire. But he has Ryan Seacrest in the Crown Prince's seat waiting to carry on his legacy. So with that reassurance and knowing America has fulfilled his dream, maybe it's time Larry King started limiting his conversation to people he really does meet on elevators. New York Daily News ripping Larry an ass he so richly deserves. Oh! What is that I'm hearing in the back?
I don't know. What do you hear in the back? I don't hear anything.
Sounded like that scene in the hospital, you know, when Don Corleone is in the hospital. And Michael walks in, and the record is stuck, and the record keeps repeating, you know.
I don't hear that.
And it's like real hollow, echoey inside the, because there's nobody around. They're all having a big Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
All the nurses are having a big orgy with each other. Oh, here's one about the Beast. I can't wait. Oh, now, don't tell me Zek is back. Oh, go away, Zek. Zechariah on Pine Island. I thought I blocked your ass. Go away. And then he sends this to me twice. Have you seen the Jackass movie? They dress up as old people and race with a scooter through Publix. No, I haven't seen it, and I don't care about it. Go away, Zach. Hey, Neil, we love the Beast. He's 100 times better than Fat Chris. People like a funny fat guy like the Beast and John Candy, not a milk dud like Chris Whale-ass. Give us what we want. More Beast. Feed him, too. Yours truly, Marty.
Yay.
Feed him, too. Yeah, fat chance you're going to get food in there.
Fat chance. That's good.
Oh, here's one from Jane Cooper City. Hey, Neil, just wanted to tell you it's my birthday today. I'm going to the Hard Rock and plan on making a large deposit. But maybe I'll win on the Wheel of Fortune. Wish me luck on my 34th, Jane Cooper City. Who's obviously sucking around for... Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. For this. There you go, Jane. Oyster charge. Happy birthday. I just wanted to let you know it's my birthday today. Don't you find that kind of an interesting way of putting it?
Sure.
I mean, the world wants to know. Happy birthday, Jay. Plunge your guts out. And don't play Wheel of Fortune at the well, I don't know. Now, where do you plunge, Beast? You go to the...
I've been to the Hard Rock, and I've never won.
George is at Gulfstream right now. We're not going to promote Hard Rock while George is at Gulfstream.
I've never won there, except on the
and if George
video.
weren't so damn cheap, he'd be out there playing. Last year, you were playing some machines while we were on the air.
Yeah, I lost my money in record time.
Yeah, that's right. Save your money for the horses.
That's right. Aim to.
The only thing I've ever won down here is like video poker.
Yeah.
It's the only time I've ever won anything down here.
Like how much?
$500-$600.
Lotto Wednesday night here was $33 million to $649. Nobody won it, so it's Saturday. Tomorrow night it's going to be $43 million. Now, of course, as an American citizen, I would have to pay taxes on that, on an amount like that, because they would publicize it and it would be difficult to conceal. Unless, of course, I deposited it real fast and got like a wire transfer to some bank in some foreign country.
Yenamsville.
And that's right, in Yenamsville.
The Caymans.
900 votes on the poll. I'm Schmidt candidate. I'm changing it. With or without the approval of anybody else. That's the one thing. We don't have Fat Chris to, boss over the poll now. Can you believe that he's so lazy he won't even put the stories on there, even for like that extra cash that he so desperately needs?
Yes.
Always crying poor mouth. It's one thing about people who are always crying poor mouth. I've noticed that they don't want to really work to make the money. They want a handout. Who's gone furthest with the least talent is our poll question. George W. Bush, Madonna, Kiss, Bill Walsh, Donald Trump, Keanu Reeves, Tiny Tim, Britney Spears, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ron Jeremy, Dan Quayle, Michael Jackson, Ann Coulter, Sting, Jay Leno, Adam Sandler. The only reason I say Jay Leno is because Raniere used to say that.
Yes,
Will Smith, Katie Couric, Bob Hope, Larry King, the Sex Pistols, Andy Kaufman, Terrence Malick. Who's that?
How you spelling that?
M-A-L-I-C-K.
Never heard of him.
MC Hammer, AC/DC, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Kathy Lee Gifford. I'm voting for... I mean, it's hard to put politicians in with, performers.
Yeah.
I'm going with Jay Leno.
Okay.
Leno's up for Carson tonight. Booga booga. We sure miss old Mikey, I'll tell you that. Those were good days. Those were some fun days. At the time, we thought they really sucked, but now in retrospect,
right.
Especially with the Jolly Joe Bell era.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers. Want a lollipop, little boy?
No.
No.
Water rushed in and went right up to my knees. Thought I was in the sky above. Now I'm in a submarine. Water's cold, freezing my toes. A bag of blue diamond nuts is floating by my nose. Underneath the Hudson I could see a rotting corpse with both his feet in a bucket of concrete. Lucky for me, I can take a stroll along the way, thanks to a flock of stupid geese that made the water rush in. I'm dying over here.
11:32 at 560 WQM. The earlier email from Tom Jicha wasn't from the real Tommy.
No.
Well, I got the real Tommy. He and I have a code.
I see.
So the real one says, the email you read this morning wasn't for me, of course, unless somebody broke our code, which they did not. I have better things to do than obsess over what 940 is going to do. Tell George I love him, too, says Tom.
Thank you,
the
Tom.
real Tom. Tom loves you. Tony E., though, doesn't love you.
Oh, yeah.
What a jackass this guy is.
Right, bigot.
Not racist or homophobic. No,
yeah,
of course
yeah,
not.
you are.
I can appreciate your talent and disagree with your lifestyle, can't I? Or should I celebrate your gayness? No, I think you should mind your own frickin' business.
Ooh.
Because I think that when guys start worrying about what other guys are doing in their sex lives, that sounds
right.
really gay to me.
Gay.
You have bad taste, so I call you on it. What's wrong with that? I have bad taste. No, I actually have excellent taste. Tell George he's the least manly sounding voice on the radio. You sound so butch compared to him. At first I used to think he was the gay one. Anyways, he may be hetero, but he sounds effeminate, and there's no denying it. Some Cubans sound that way. See, here we go with some shots of Cubans, too. One thing about Tony, he hates everybody.
Right, I know.
He's just a bigoted, nasty old bastard.
Mm-hmm.
He's very bitchy like an old queen.
Yep.
He thinks he's an authority and educated on every possible topic, yet he's clueless about religion, movies, women, and radio. Mm-hmm. Tell that piece of ish to pipe down and butch up. Love you, Neil. Tony. Go to hell, Tony. Drop dead. Die a wicked death. You're what's wrong out there. You are exactly what's wrong. Nasty, hateful, sour, and of course, behind the anonymity of the phony, fake emails with the phony names, you can be a big shot. I have bad taste. I absolutely have some of the best taste in the world, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
900 votes on the poll, which is outgoing, and George Bush did not belong in this other one. You know, Sean from Hollywood.
So, take it out.
Yeah, take it off of there, Eric, please. George W. Bush. Who has gone furthest with the least talent? I mean, you don't talk about politicians' talent. Anything negative that Bush would be on a poll, he's going to win a landslide. It's pointless.
Right.
So Eric will take that off. God. Here's the previous one, 900 vote. What's that? What's all that rattling going on?
Oh, me, I'm rattling my headset.
Well, don't be rattling. I get rattled when I hear sounds like that. If my boss gave me a pink slip tomorrow due to the bad economy, whatever, my reaction would be, what will I do now, 188? F-U, 178. Deep depression, 92. More time for weed and beer, 86. Yippee, unemployment benefits, food stamps, 80. No problem, I'll have a new job lined up tomorrow, 56. I understand why you have to let me go, 46. Yippee, an extended vacation, 40. I always hated this job anyway, 36. No problem, my spouse has a job, 30. Take this job and shove it, 29. I'd want to go postal and kill some people, 25. I can't go on, I want to die, 7. If I don't see you soon, I'm going to die. No problem, I got my second job to fall back on, 7 out of 900 votes. Crappy poll. I mean, we got a lot of polls, lined up there that people have emailed, and I just keep flipping them on there and flipping them on, but there just aren't any ones that really just do it for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, gonna have to go back.
Like oh, here's Ida again. Just tuned in. Is that the Beast I hear in the background? Oh, my God, Ida says. Last time I heard the Beast, I heard him along arguing with another guy about how nice the shoes were called Crocs. When I finally got a chance to look at them, I thought to myself, he's got as much fashion sense as a fruit fly. You got as much fashion sense as a fruit fly, Beast.
I agree.
Crocs? What are Crocs?
They're great.
They're those plastic clogs that are not meant for men.
Oh.
Sure they are, for fat men.
Tell George I said hello. Good luck at Gulfstream. I wish I could be there, but I'll be there in spirit. I'm squeezing my Santeria beads as we speak.
All right.
George, I hope you have the beads your mom brought you for your daughter. Maybe they'll bring you luck. P.S. Tell Big O they're all going to laugh at you. 1.1 only? Fine, you'll always listen to Ida. Yeah. See, even Ida's an expert on the numbers.
Wow.
She knows that a 1.1 share, just don't cut it, even if you think that you're...
rock solid.
Yeah. Must have rocks in your skull. Whoever put him on in there in daytime when people are awake, that was the rockhead, bonehead. Former teammate of Babe Ruth died.
Ooh.
Somebody I never heard of. I bet you the Beast never heard of him either.
Who?
Bill Werber.
Never heard of him.
The oldest living former major leaguer and a former teammate of Babe Ruth has died. He was 100 years old. Weber's son, Bill Jr., said his father died yesterday morning of old age after moving into an assisted care facility 3 weeks ago. See, that's what happens with old people. They shove us into like some kind of a nursing home, and then we curl up and die. 100 years old, though. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
A career .271 hitter who led the American League in stolen bases 3 times. Werber played with Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, and Lefty Grove in stints with the Yankees and Red Sox. Werber was also a member of the 1940 World Series champion Cincinnati Reds and a Duke first All-American basketball player. Bill Werber. Never heard of him. You hear him, Beast?
No.
Too late now. He was 100 years old and he croaked. He died of old age. Wasn't that quite a revelation, the fact that he died of old... what was the cause of death? 100 years old, you have to have a cause of death?
Right.
Old freaking age.
He expired.
That's right. His heart gave out. His organs caved in. Boy, it sure is noisy there at the Gulfstream.
It tends to be.
What are they doing in the back?
They're announcing things, and people are showing up. Starting to see crowds.
Any scratches in the first 2 races, by the way?
I was scratching myself just a few minutes ago.
Well, I'm sure of that. I still see George W. Bush on that poll. I'm sure Eric will get out of it. Still on there. It really pisses me off. You're sure not getting your money? No. You sure not getting you money? No, says PR Ralph.
What?
I think he's lost it. Oh, add Larry King to the everlasting list of people who lost money with Bernie Madoff. A perfectly placed source said the host of CNN's Larry King Live lost over $1 million with Madoff. It was a lot of money. King's spokesman Howard Rubenstein declined to comment. The person lost would explain why the usually garrulous King 75 has been so quiet about the Madoff scandal, even when it was announced that celebrities like Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick were among those who lost their life savings with a Ponzi scheme mastermind. It wouldn't be the first time King has faced financial fallout. In 1978, he declared bankruptcy. Page 6 reported 2 years ago that King owed money to creditors in Miami Beach. Joanne Bondi, author of Miami Beach Memories, said some locals snarled just at the mention of his name. That's right. In 2006, King sued the Maryland-based Meltzer Group, claiming the insurance brokerage cheated him in connection with $15 million in personal life insurance policies, while losing $1 million to Madoff is severe, one source said. King makes $7 million a year from CNN under a contract through 2010. He just has to stay healthy enough to keep working and squeezing that bag. He suffered a heart attack and in 2007 underwent heart surgery. for a carotid endarterectomy. What is that?
Never heard of it.
And his wife, Shawn, mother of their sons, Chase and Cannon, recently went through rehab for addiction to painkillers. Meanwhile, King is not the only one in queasy health. Several sources have told Page Six that Madoff himself has serious health issues, thank God. Some have even said the former money manager has pancreatic cancer. Madoff's lawyers declined to comment. Well, you know what they say. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it still says George W. Bush, 28 votes on the poll. What are we going to do about it?
I texted Eric.
Did you text Eric and tell him to get
rectified very
Get it the hell off of there now, Eric. We don't want to be pushy, but get it off of there now.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Anytime they see that we're lacking in the polls, they provide a headline that will lead you by the nose. Hussein, they said, is the one to get. You fairy. Now they have only one big potato left. Don't worry about Saddam. We got him. Now we're all comfy and safe. You got him. We won't attack us no more. You got him. Praise Bush like Jesus. Who say 9/11 is what they got you to believe? Can't get any dumber than a one-party country. You believe what they say, like the gullible fool as they use the state for their corporate tool. Held the election on, we got 'em. Bush has got him kings, we got 'em. Get down on your knees, we got 'em.
13 till noon at 560 WQM. Happy Friday to you. Boy, this week just went zooming by. I don't know why.
Good.
Yeah, good is right. We got the Beast here today instead of nobody.
Woo!
And that's because George is out of Gulfstream. We got to have somebody
That's right.
sitting in there to play the spots and coordinate and whatever.
That's right. Come watch the juggling show.
Well, what does that mean?
We're all juggling out here. I'm learning how. Apparently everybody knows how to juggle except me.
You're jiggling it?
Lee can juggle. Steph can juggle. Everybody can juggle except Josh Cordes is a really good juggler.
I can't.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Beast can juggle.
Maybe that's what he was doing yesterday when he was supposed to put those stories on the website, is juggling.
Mm-hmm.
He was juggling it.
So we're taking turns.
Maybe he had his hands in both pants pockets and was juggling. Zek says, see, this is the problem, Zek. Some of you people just don't understand. I put up with almost anything. Only the most chronic and irritating of all of them are the ones that I block on the emails and just get totally fed up with.
Right.
So there must have been a reason why I got just nauseated with Zek. Hey, Neil, why are you so mean to me? I thought you were cool. I tried to get you as a buddy on MySpace, man. Come on, man. Peace and love. Oh. Is that pathetic or what? Get a life, Zek. Hey, Zek.
I have no life.
And what kind of a name is that anyway? Zek. Z-E-C-H.
I have no life.
I don't want to... He'll tell me.
Yeah.
Zachary. Zacharias.
Zacharias.
Is that what it is?
My son's Hebrew name.
It's Hebrew?
My son's Hebrew name is Zachariah.
Tell us about your son.
What would you like to know?
How's he doing?
Much better than he was a month ago.
Just a month ago he was in bad shape?
Very bad, yes.
Really? What's he got?
He had his lungs shut down. He almost died.
Oh, my God. Now, is that because you keep eating the baby food and you won't let him eat or what?
No, he had a massive virus.
He had a what?
A virus.
Well, it sounds to me like you guys aren't taking care of that child. Isn't that what it sounds like, George?
Call HRS. Yeah, there you go.
Call HRS on the Beast. They're not taking good care of that baby.
Thank God for my wife.
Is she nice?
She's very nice.
See, the one thing about the Beast, he loves his wife, and she's very nice, and he says nice things about her, as opposed to George, who rips his wife an ass just all the time.
Yep.
And why do you think that is, Beast? Have you met George's wife?
I have. I think she's lovely.
She is lovely.
She's nice to everybody but me.
She's about 3 feet taller than George.
Yep.
She hates me like poison, but
no, she does not. Absolutely
the hell
not.
she doesn't.
She doesn't. Why would you keep making that up? We go through
because
this
I remember
all the
that
time.
one thing at Borders that time when she started to come over and say hi, and I was just about to get up and give her a hug and a kiss and a whatever, and some listener came by and wanted an autograph.
Yeah.
And as a result, I just kind of like, stooped back down in my chair for a second, and I signed the autograph, and then I went over to your wife.
She loves you dearly.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you.
Hates me like poison.
You just make that up. You make stuff up all the time.
Just like that one emailer. Oh, and you got to take care of Joe. It was that Gary Goldbarb in Louisiana. What a memory I've got, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that crap?
Sure.
How my legacy is never going to be complete unless I take care of George, and George ought to be making $250, $300 a year, and yada, yada, all this other crap. All you yentas out there, man, sticking your nose in everybody else's business. It's one of the reasons South Florida blows. And even though Gary Goldbarb is in New Orleans or wherever, it's a good place for you, Gary. You're another idiot. How can we complain? If we can't call, how can we complain? Bah, bah, bah. The sound of South Florida. Bah. I bet you Castronova's going to be doing that on Monday morning. Bah. I bet you can't do it like I do.
Nobody can.
No, nobody can do that like I do. Bah. And that's because I read that on the emails incessantly all the time. Now, Beast, it's almost noon. We've been on 2 hours. You missing the phone calls?
There's been like 2.
No, I don't mean that. What do you mean there's been? You're answering them?
No, I've seen the phone light up.
That wasn't the question. I'm not saying that we're getting any. Why would anybody call when they know I'm not taking any?
Oh,
they do anyway.
Are you missing them?
No.
Maybe we could put, what's his name on?
What's his name?
The one I was talking about before, Stormcat.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be happy to call up.
And Carl. You know Carl, the sports nerd caller?
No, I don't.
Carl, sure.
Yeah. Beast knows Carl. He's another one with a high, squeaky voice that's been calling. Sounds a little like Geldy, like a dark-complected Geldy.
And Richie from Hollywood and...
oh, not Richie from Boar's Head.
Oh, him too.
And Mark the Jets fan?
He doesn't call anymore.
See, one thing about Joe, he'll talk to anybody. That's the thing that really just bugs me. I love Joe madly, but even with that big head. But he'll talk to anybody. He doesn't realize that these people are hurting him. It's like, oh, now that we got the Beast on, now we can really nail it to the wall, okay? Who is making the decisions to keep putting Drew Rosencrantz-Schwartz and Alex Marvez on that show? And Ira Windbag on Amanda's show?
I think that comes from the top, no?
Clarence.
Comes from your boyfriend, Clarence?
Yeah, I believe so.
And Joe don't have the cojones and Mandich don't have the cojones to say, hey, these people are a tune-out. Nobody wants to hear that crap a million times a week.
No, they love that stuff.
They do?
Yeah, because it means less work for them.
Oh, I see. So, in other words, Joe Rosen and Mandich are lazy is what you're saying.
No, it's not.
Beast,
exactly.
That's a bulletin for you. Beast on the Neil Rogers Show announces to the world that Joe Rosen and Jim Mandich are lazy. They're mailing it in.
Jim Mandich is not lazy.
Yeah, but he can't follow 2 hours of dead air. He just doesn't do it well. When he used to follow me, he used to have big numbers. He did great. When we had the real winning lineup on there before they screwed the humper over. But he doesn't follow 2 hours of dead air really well. We had, just stop and think of the people we've had doing 2 to 4. First there was that, and then we had that, and then we had coming at ya, that, and now we got
rock solid
that with a 1.1 share. I mean, how do you follow a 4 or 6 or whatever we had in the 1 o'clock hour with a 1-1?
I don't know.
In fact, the 9 o'clock hour sucked too. It was a 1-something. Am I right, George?
Yes.
I'll find it.
It's there.
Let me give you the right numbers. A 1-6.
Yeah, you keep making up all these numbers.
1.6 at 9 o'clock. Little dog. Now, isn't that the hour that he usually has Drew Rosenstein-Krantz?
I have no idea.
Yeah, well, it is. See, you don't even listen to it.
No, I don't listen.
Well, why not?
God,
what do you listen to? So you listen to The Ticket? You listen to your buddy Sid?
No, no. Definitely not.
No, I think it really gets to you when your buddy Sid is on the air. And he lets out with one of those.
Roy!
Remember Roy Foster with that big black dildo?
Yes.
Yeah. We still have that,
Do we?
Yeah, you.
We
have a couple. I remember you putting it on my head.
He wanted that thing in the worst way, man, or in the best way. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
He was hot for that big black device.
Figured he would have had one of his own.
When Screwan saw it, man, she was shrieking up and down the hallway. Good old Screwan. She's still there, huh? Is she still there?
Is. Yes, she
is. Over there on the other side of the building?
That's right.
Who has gone furthest with the least talent? That's our poll question. our new one. 55 votes on this one. This one's not going over real big. Can't imagine why. Oh, a medical note. What does this say? A carotid endarterectomy is when they slice open your neck, open the carotid arteries, and scoop out all the ice cream and Big Macs that have come in there over your lifetime. It's done after a stroke to prevent a recurrence. Well, I had 2 minor strokes, and they didn't scoop open my neck. Oh, here's this Tony E. idiot again. How much does George make? Let me tell you. None of your. Oh, do you pay him at least 40 grand? I don't pay George. Do I pay you at least 40 grand? Poor little guy needs to make a living. Just share the wealth with the spick, he says. How do you like that? Yeah, real nice, Tony. Let me block that moron, that simpleton. Tony E.
God.
What?
I wonder how many of these come from the, across the street. Oh, the same person, no question.
Oh, from across the street?
But who that person is,
Some lifeless idiot over there. Maybe Howard Davis. What's the PD's name?
Stephen White.
Stephen White. Is Stephen White?
He is, and tall.
Well, do you know him? Do you hang out with him? All you sports nerds hang out together.
No, I've only met him once.
And what kind of a guy? What kind of a jerk was he?
He seemed just fine.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
He seemed just fine.
I met him, talked to him for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And he seemed just fine.
About 30, man.
What did you guys talk about? Ball games?
Nothing.
Jock straps?
Nothing. We were in line to get our credentials for the Super Bowl last time it was here.
Oh, really? When?
The last time the Super Bowl was here.
Oh, last time?
Yeah.
How come I never heard his name before? I guess I'm just not as intent. I guess I'm just not as wrapped up with what goes on across the street with a bunch of losers over there as the rest of you guys at QAM are.
Not me, man.
In fact, if you took QAM's staff out of the equation, they wouldn't even have a zero share across the street. That's how small their audience is. And you know that's true. Remember when that station with Mortestes Destrada was on the air, that 1690 Sports, whatever that thing was?
No. 1700 The Fan?
Yeah.
No.
The only people, and I mean the only people who listened to that, were the people inside the QAM building.
This is true.
And Osama bin Laden, and whenever I am in Miami, I listen to Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
Money has been a little bit tight lately.
I only have this much money.
I declare bankruptcy!
We're all scraping for some dough. All our payments are months behind. My kid wants the latest mobile, but I'm in the unemployment line. She complains to her mother she needs the best clothes in town. But my daughter can't see that we're broke. She's spending me to the ground. I'm broke, tell my daughter. No, she don't realize.
Daddy gonna spank me?
I'm broke from my daughter.
Your daddy's little girl.
Your dad took money for the school book fair.
Let me just go shopping.
New graduates are asking for breast implants.
Okay, now let's see. Here's a email from George.
That's a text.
I mean, a text message. Well, whatever it is. Sure, no problem. Talk to Steve and let him tell us what's going on.
Right, he'll be around. He's gone on his way down. And the food's here, so I'm going to be talking with, my mouth full of food.
Well, what food is here?
What? Well, you got lunch here. They feed us. I'm having some chicken
Dow's
fingers.
down 140 points, and NASDAQ's down just a couple of points. For those of you who care. Dow's down. We're waiting for the Obama bounce, Maria. Hey, Maria, you silly bag-eyed bitch. I wonder if the Beast is investing heavily.
No.
Oh, and by the way, they just closed the door on Guantanamo. Well, Obama signed the bill to close down Gitmo.
All right.
And a whole bunch of those people are going to come and stay with George.
That's right.
They speak no speaky English.
No, they don't speak Spanish either.
How do you know?
The terrorists?
I bet you there are some Spanish terrorists. How about the ones that blew up the thing in Madrid? Yeah, how about them?
Yeah. The Basques?
That's right, the Basque separatists, baby.
Yeah, they don't consider themselves Spanish. That's the whole
Maybe
problem.
they want to come down and bask in the sunshine of South Florida.
So Steve's here, and he wants to know what it is that we're betting. He's ready to write it down and
Steve Sloan is there.
All of these
You better
things.
tell me
that's
which Steve you're talking
yeah,
about.
that's right. So many Steves.
Well, what we're doing is we're back wheeling the 6-horse in the double. All 6.
And you're going to explain what that means to me again, right?
Well, I mean, that means you got all the horses in the first, which there are 8 of them, so that's $16.
Okay.
You got a $2 double. So that means anybody that wins the first race, you're still alive.
All right.
Still alive. They hit him with 5 shots, and he's still alive. And you hope, of course, you hope for the longest shot on the board in the first race. You get a nice double.
Nice.
Now, maybe Steve can tell me what's going on. Are there any scratches in the first 2 races? Do you look out on the tote board? Do you see any information?
He's running over there to take a look right now.
Right. Maybe they'll scratch 2 or 3 in the second race. Boy, that second race, well, the first race is impossible to me. One of the reasons for that being that whoever sent me this, and I appreciate it very much, but it's Statsmaster for Gulfstream. It's not from the Racing Forum. The second race that I got is from the Racing Forum. And I'm used to handicapping from that. But this other thing, I can't make out where the speed rating is, where the...
No scratches.
It's difficult. What?
No scratches.
No scratches. Good. Scratch this. So Steve got that? All 6.
He's got it.
$2 doubles, all 6. Now, that's $16. We don't want you to start you out... Well, you know, the one good thing about when you back wheel like that, and you have all the horses alive in the first race, that means that carries you through at least the first race. So when we get to the second race, you don't have to make another bet. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're going to be alive. You're going to be the winner in the first race, but all depending. I mean, if it's like a short price, you're not going to win diddly squat.
So who'd you pick for Frank, for our contestant?
I just got through telling you, the 6.
All right. Well, I'm going to bet.
In other words, you think I'm going to have you bet something other than what I picked for him?
No, I'm going to bet that to win, too.
My God, that sounds like suspect to me. I call for an investigation on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Blagojevich in on this.
I get his haircut.
There's President Obama talking with Nancy Pelosi with her red dress.
Holding people to account, tracking where those dollars
and
go.
Harry Reid, who looks like a dead man in a suit.
Forum, taking a look at those companies.
They're discussing the economy and who we're going to bail out next, who we're going to give our money to next. Here's the way I look at it. If you screw up bad and you can't stay in business, then it's tough luck. Too bad.
Right.
You're done. Joe Judge says, I hate Jimmy Syphilis. Usually don't listen to other radio, but took in 30 minutes of his morning show today. Of that 30 minutes, 15 minutes were commercials, 10 minutes on 3 separate traffic reports, leaving Jimmy long enough to mention how much he admires Sean Hannity and Rush. Is it still a show if you're on for less than 5 out of 30 minutes? 15 minutes commercial, 10-minute traffic report out of the 30 minutes, 25 minutes. Well, I think they've got it figured. You know, who the hell wants to hear him anyway? And by the way, Jimmy, I don't see any emails from you now that they're going to scare America down the dial to 610 and blow your ass out of there. Although maybe Jimmy can stay on in the morning and become a liberal now. He seems to go whichever the way the wind is blowing. Hey, Jimmy.
You fairy.
Who are you kidding? Here's a picture of Matt Damon. Somebody emailed Mama B. Mama B's a good emailer. Sends me lots of good crap. Changing channels. Glenn Garvin on TV in the Herald. South Florida's lazy paparazzi. Man, we can't do anything right around here, he writes. Even our paparazzi are lazy and second rate. Interviewing Matt Damon for a story that will appear Sunday, I asked him what it's like living on Miami Beach, as he has for the past 4 years, instead of in Los Angeles, where the movie and TV industry is located. The answer from Matt, great. Here I don't have to deal with any of the nonsense, he said. All the paparazzi live in L.A. There are guys waiting outside the gates to your house 24/7. But here my wife and I figured out pretty quickly it's only on the weekends because Miami paparazzi have day jobs. They can't hang around all the time. So we just never go out on the weekends. The only time I leave is to go jogging. One of the guys stopped me once and said, can't you do something besides jog? I've got like 20,000 pictures of you jogging. And I said, man, that's the whole point. Can't you like pick your nose or stick your hand up your ass and do something really, controversial? Whip your thing out? Although to be very honest with you, if you saw the talented Mr. Ripley, I don't think he needs to whip anything out. I think we already saw it in that green bathing suit. Boy. I'm not really sure what was in it. It might have been like, some Slim Jims. Anyway, Glenn says, I spent an afternoon this week hanging around the Coconut Grove studio where Damon was taping the narration for an episode of the PBS environmental series Journey to Planet Earth. For more of his opinions on spies, torture, the war in Iraq, and nymphomaniac fish, check out Sunday's Miami Herald, says Glenn Garvin. Okay, Glenn. Yeah, I like Matt Damon okay, just fine. He's okay. Matt Damon. I don't like, what's his name?
Ben Affleck?
Yeah,
Affleck. Careful how you used to say
I know.
I know.
So I wonder if they occasionally still get together, those two, every now and then.
Maybe they have a special, friendship like John Travolta and the Nanny.
Yeah. Ron says, Neil, you don't know nothing about sports. Ira is very good. Oh, about sports nerding. Ira's very good. He's knowledgeable and he makes sense. Now, the agent is a different thing. He sucks, meaning Drew Rosencrantz, Steenhausberg. I mean, he really sucks. Why would you listen to a sports agent on a regular basis? Kirk, what's-his-name, is also pretty good. Oh, yeah, Kirk Jerkstreet. Yeah, sure. He sucks. I think I've mentioned before to you that Joe Rose sucks, okay? I can't stand yelling at me. Can't they moderate the volume with some type of technical doodad when he's on? I say replace him with Geldy, says Ron. Oh, yeah. I wonder what the Beast would say about that.
I like Goldie.
Replace Joe Rose with Geldy? That was. See, you come up with some non sequitur. That wasn't the answer to the question. What do you think of replacing Joe Rose with Geldy?
I like Goldie a lot.
Do you think that's a good idea?
That's above my pay grade.
You're so full of crap. You know, you like to pretend that you're Mr. Big Shot, Mr. You know, all this other crap. You're a wimp.
What do you want to know?
You're afraid. I asked you the question because this idiot Ron says replace Joe Rose with Geldy, which I think is one of the most outrageous suggestions in the history of the subhuman race. Replace anybody with Geldy. I guess he wants us to at least be consistent throughout today, other than 10 and 2, and get like, you know, zeros and ones. 0. Point. I mean, what kind of a number is that? What kind of a number is that? It's not even a number. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who in their right mind ever heard of a point? That means nobody is listening. If you look in the average quarter hours on that column on the page, it says 0 people are listening. I mean, what's the point of even spending the money to keep the juice going, to keep the transmitter
They're
on?
not.
Point.
What? They're not spending any money.
What does that mean?
Well, they're not spending money.
What are we running, about 10 watts?
Something like that.
Oh, we got Swillery's Senate replacement. Where the hell is it? Didn't I print it out? Oh, my God. Kirsten Gillibrand. How come I don't have that story? I printed it out, and I must have thrown it away right away. She serves on the House Armed Services Committee, Agriculture Committee, and she was chosen to fill Swillery's Senate seat. New York Governor David Patterson elected Representative Kirsten Gillibrand, a 42-year-old congresswoman from upstate New York, who's known for bold political moves and centrist policy positions, to fill the seat vacated by Swillery to be Secretary of State. And thank God Caroline Kennedy came to her senses and said, oh, not me. See, I don't understand this whole thing. Because her name is Kennedy, therefore she's qualified to be in the Senate?
Yeah.
What kind of crap is that? Are you eating or talking or what are you doing?
You know it.
There?
I'm eating.
Oh. Well, let's do the break until George is done eating, because if you start talking with your mouth full again like yesterday...
I know. People get upset.
Baby.
I wouldn't believe a word Neil said if his tongue was notarized.
It's Chris Matthews playing hardball for 2009. I'll tell you what, I got fat over the break. I ate so much turkey when the doctor put his hand up my colon to do my exam, he pulled out stuffing. I'm serious. There was actual breadcrumbs and chopped onion. Not that you care, but it's going to be a tough year for yours truly. I can't bitch, moan, whine, and complain anymore because my guy's in the White House. Maybe it's time for me to go after another group of people or get a hobby. I've always wanted a hobby. Maybe I'll learn to play the trumpet on the sousaphone. Stop! I lost my mind for a minute. Nobody cool plays the sousaphone. It's impossible to look cool while you have that big donut around your head. Why do they always make the fat kid play the sousaphone? Anyway, let's get right to it. Play hardball. My first guest for 2009 is the President of the United States. I should say outgoing George Bush. How are you? You have a crazy laugh. Anybody ever tell you that? You make me nervous. Why are you looking at my zipper? Does it bother you having a last name Bush? Does it? Answer the question.
Well.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Time's up. Don't answer that question. My next guest on Hardball, first episode 2009. Don't have another guest. Realize people don't like me anymore. Won't come on the program. Got to talk to non-issue people like Congressman from Maine. What the hell? Guess 2009 makes me the news anchor most likely to play the sousaphone. Hardball back for another year on MSNBC. Happy New Year.
12:17 at 560 WQAM. So George is out of Gulfstream, and Steve Calabro, corporate VP of gaming.
Calabro, get it right.
Calabro.
He looks like a real gangster. He looks like a real Guido.
Is he wearing a pinstripe
I think he's
suit?
packing heat. Absolutely. It's like you have a camera.
Great. Well, maybe he can fix one of the machines for you.
I think he has a union job here.
Maybe he can set you up with a hot
He's the guy that
machine.
fixes the machines. It's amazing. You're psychic.
No, he does not.
Go ahead, talk to him. He'll tell you himself.
You fix the machines?
Neil, I hear you're a Wheel of Fortune fan.
Yes, I am.
Well, we've got some of the best Wheel of Fortunes. We're getting some new ones, too, actually, coming in about 2 weeks, the newest Wheel of Fortune they've got. But did you try out our new one, eBay Slots? Just came in, first time in Florida.
Never
not
heard
at
of it.
any other casino in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
It's one of the hottest games going right now. It's on our Finish Line Casino as soon as you walk into the room.
What about Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal? We've got it right in the Finish Line Casino. Matter of fact, it's been hitting unbelievable. It's pretty much hits every other day or every day. The jackpot hits. Neil, did you hear what happened last week here?
No, I did not.
Last week we paid out a $250,000 jackpot. Oh! $250,000. Oh, by the way, 2 days prior to that, we paid out two separate $50,000 jackpots. Last night, a guy won $30,000.
Wow.
We've been paying him out this year. So you playing? Come on, Neil. The timing is right.
I'm in Toronto, man. I'm on the way to Woodbine at 2 o'clock.
Well, we got to get on an airplane. It's Sunshine Millions weekend.
I actually, when I was down there last summer, I did pretty good in the beginning, and then I made a bad mistake and went back. But you know how that goes.
You got to quit while you're ahead.
You guys always find a way to get it back. No matter how much we win, you guys always find a way to get it back.
Well, we got some new games since you've been here. Right now we've got probably the latest and greatest. Not probably, definitely the latest and greatest slot machines. We've got Fort Knox, Quick Hit. We've got Hot Shot. Like I said, eBay.
Hot Shot. Now let me ask you something. Why is that game so popular? Every casino that I've been to, all the Hot Shot machines are always packed.
You know what?
People sitting there, and I played it a few times, and you get 3 of those things, and then you get like the little tiny slot machine that spins, and it never pays the jackpot. It never pays anything.
Well, you know what it is? I tell you, it's got the big jackpot. Right now, ours is $37,000.
Yeah.
So that's the big carrot out there, and it does have. From a technical standpoint,
it never hits.
No, the math is fabulous on that. It didn't hit when you were there, Neil.
Oh my God!
We saw you coming. No, just kidding.
From
I'm only kidding.
Vancouver to you name it, to Toronto to Montreal, I've seen that Hot Shot, and it's a fun game to play. You got to get the 3 little things that come up. Hot Shot, and then the little tiny slot machines come up, and you've got like 3 or 4 different levels, and if they hit, then you win a little jackpot. But it never hits.
Well, we had 10 of them upstairs, and they were so popular upstairs, we just put 6 additional Hot Shots in our Finish Line Casino.
You could put 1,000 of them in there, and they'll be packed. I don't understand what the attraction is. I don't get it.
You're a Wheel of Fortune guy. You're a Wheel of Fortune.
I am. And the bad news is at Woodbine, they're taking they're redoing the machines to some other games starting in late February.
And they're taking Wheel of Fortune out?
Yeah, I think they're getting real. With the economy the way it is, I think they're getting teed. Don't you guys have to pay like a royalty for Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, we pay a daily fee, but Wheel of Fortune is the most popular game in the country.
That is correct, in the world.
Yeah, in the world. As a matter of fact, a lot of games, slot machines, they'll have a lifespan of about 2 years. They'll kind of go like sort of fads. Not Wheel of Fortune. It's the only one that really bucks the trend. So you're a trend center, Neil.
No, I just like that game because I won a ton of money on it the last 4.5 years.
Oh, okay. That's a good reason.
Isn't that what people like to play, is whatever they win on? I mean, isn't that your favorite machine, is the one that pays when you're playing it?
Exactly. Hey, Neil, we also have tomorrow, you got a shot while you're playing in the casino to win $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, we got Sunshine Millions during the day in terms of a horse race. And in the afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock, every hour till midnight, we're going to pick one lucky customer. If you're playing, as long as you're playing on a slot machine, we randomly pick somebody, and we give them a shot to pick out 3 out of 21 envelopes. And if the numbers inside the envelopes add up to $1 million, you go home with a Sunshine Million.
I'll be damned.
So I'm telling you, you should get on an airplane.
Yeah, I should.
What else?
Well, that sounds. Maybe George ought to be there tomorrow, and you can fix it up. George needs some real help.
If you rig it up.
Now let me ask you this.
Send me a budget.
I'm really curious, with the economy the way it is right now, like the end of the world, do more people gamble, or do people use their discretionary dollars for different things?
Well, what we've seen, Neil, is that more customers, especially in the last 3 months and in January, more customers are coming to Gulfstream Park. And I think I know when you look at the numbers in Florida, they're just not going to our competitors at the same level. Our competitors are down about 10-20%. We've been up about 20%. So I think what the customers are looking for a good value, and we offer that in terms of all of our promotions and our good slot machines. So, like for instance, in promotions, tomorrow our chance to win $1 million. If you're coming for the races, you got a shot at winning Super Bowl tickets. We're giving a car giveaway. So there's a lot of value here. So the customers in these kind of tough times are going where it's a better value. And Gulfstream Park, we've definitely got it right now.
Okay, well, let's fix up the first 2 races so George can win a few bucks.
That's right. I need some money.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay, thanks a lot, Steve.
All right, Neil. Appreciate it.
Okay, watch where you walk with that pinstripe suit.
Will do. Good luck. See you soon.
See you.
They watch where he walks.
Take care.
Yeah, he sounds like a mover and shaker, man.
Oh, boy.
Sounds like
he's
he
got
was
all the
moving and
connections.
shaking.
I want to schmooze with this guy.
Well, how can you talk like that about a guy standing right there and you're talking about he's a...
It's on the radio. If he pulls out a gun and shoots me, everybody will know it and hear it.
Yeah, that's
I got
right.
witnesses all around
right.
me. I'm in a safe place. Lots of pain in the ass, innocent bystanders around here.
I wonder if he eats at Runway 84. Did you ever go in that place?
No, I never did. I'm sure he eats wherever he wants to.
That is one of the most interesting restaurants, and the food is, I like it. There's some people, this is rubbery, and I like it. They give you way too much food. That's one of the problems. But, I shouldn't be promoting other restaurants because they got fine restaurants right there at Gulfstream. But, they're not all, the other people aren't going to all close down because we're doing Gulfstream today. You know what I'm saying?
They might anyway.
Runway 84. A lot of interesting Guidos in that place, man, with pinstripe suits and big fedoras. And it looks like they're filming Godfather 4 in there in Runway 84. It does. Okay, here's our poll. Who's gone furthest with the least talent? Ann Coulter. Man Coulter's got 7. Britney Spears 7. Madonna 7. How many votes we got on this turkey? What do we got? Oh, I should print it out again. 112. Yeah. I'm way behind. I better print it out again.
That's all right. While you're doing that, I want to thank Shirley for buying a ticket for me.
She bought you a ticket on what?
Yeah, the first race. Is this the first race, Steve? $5 to win on the 4-horse.
On the 4?
Yeah, just laid it on me.
Let's see. The 4 is the Red Fox. That's that ship-in from Tampa.
What word did you say?
0 for 12 lifetime. 5-year-old gelding ran 12 times. Last year was 3 times second. 5 out of 11 in the money last year. And then, did that run this year? Yeah, January 4th at Tampa, 09. Had a tightener, like I told you. Yeah, the 4's got a shot. The Red Fox.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thanks, Shirley. Oh, is that Shirley, my emailer?
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of person is she?
A very sweet, wonderful person.
Well, good. And she bought you a $5 ticket?
Yeah.
And what's the odds on the 4 in the first? Are they have the odds for the first race up yet or not? Is it too early?
No, it's too early.
Get out of here. Tampa Bay Downs. Oh, wait a minute. Here's my favorite race guy. In a funny way. Although, actually, I like that guy at Fraser Downs. I wonder what happened to him. He hasn't been there last week. What?
That's Canada taking the Tampa Bay Downs signal this afternoon.
See, there you go. He's giving me a special salute in Canada.
Taking the signal this afternoon?
He's popping pills right now, this guy.
Track condition in Tampa is fast. And the turf course firm.
And the rough. And the rough.
And then he gets more hyper from there. How come we aren't betting on the first race from Tampa Bay Downs? You could be betting on the simulcasting and losing a lot all afternoon, but...
Yeah.
Remember we used to bet on Woodbine, on the runners?
This is enough pressure.
Current 3-5 favorite, number 8, All About Mama.
All About Mama.
Mr. Richmond Sir steps in.
Yeah, Mama.
Now waiting for the Grey Coat. All About Mama.
This guy is a spaz. So many race callers who are spazzes. Maybe it goes with the territory.
The New Jersey bred takes his spot. They're at the
You hear the sirens coming to get this guy? You hear them?
No. Oh, they're there.
Yeah. They're coming to take this clown away.
They're in the gate. They're all in.
And they're off. Away and running, Unpinkable is away alertly on the outside. There goes Deputy Caton now moving up, and the speedy Gold Czar quickest of all. Far outside the favorite. All About Mama's underway, but 5 wide, and already far back in the early going is He's All That. They swing around the far turn. Fire Ridge on the outside now moves up toward the rail. Gold Czar. Up on the far outside is All About Mama, and Unpinkable makes it 4 across the track. Then it's 2.5 lengths farther back. Mr. Richmond Star is toward the rail. Then it's a gap of 3 to Deputy Caton. 5 lengths farther back, Northern Bayou, and far back is He's All About That. That's the 8 of them as they turn into the stretch. 3/16 of a mile to run toward the rail as Gold Czar. Up on the outside, All About Mama runs at the leader second. Fire Ridge there between horses third. Mr. Richmond Sir with a late run down along the inner rail fourth. Inside the final furlong, Gold Czar has 100 yards to come. All About Mama, one last final lunge at the leader. All About Mama on the outside is up in the shadow of the wire.
The biggest names.
The best talent here.
Neil God.
Blah, 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 blah.
Are you growing tired of Sport Hole Radio?
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, we are too.
Well, that makes us feel like doo. Blah, 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 blah. What the hell was that?
The management at 560 WQAM finally grew a pair, and we call them Suds and Rick.
Pulled out my floppy last night. Uh-oh, Kleenex.
Starting this Monday, 6 to 10 a.m., it's the Suds and Rick Show.
Damn it.
Only on 560 WQAM.
Okay, 12:33. I got some good news for you, and that is the $5 win ticket on the 4-horse is like a thing. Because the 4 is the favorite in the first race at Gulfstream, 9-5.
Okay.
So it's like a backup. In other words, if the chalk wins, it's going to be a lower double, but you'll have $5 to win, which still ain't going to pay very much. 9-5 is like $5.80 for $2.
Steve already got the bets down. I got my little ticket here.
But you're not paying attention to what I'm telling you.
It's not that I'm not paying attention. It's just that I don't understand it.
Shirley's $5 to win on the favorite means that even though your double would be lower if the 4 wins, at least you'd have another few bucks for the 4 winning the race.
Okay.
Assuming, of course, that is that, and then even if the 6 doesn't win the second race, you still can cash on the 4. I'm just trying to give you like a little hope.
Okay. Thank you.
Handicapping these 2 races is like, I don't know.
What are you going to do?
So what did Steve say there about everybody's winning millions there at Gulfstream? Is that what he said?
That's right. They just got bags of money laying around. Just everywhere. People are tripping over money over here.
Actually, I sat down. I won like $600-700 in the first 20 minutes there that last summer.
Yeah.
On Squeal of Fortune. I forget what the hell I hit. But and then later I went back and not so good. But a fool and his money soon farted. Who's gone the furthest with the least talent? Okay, we got 112 votes. And Man Coulter 15, Kathy Lee Gifford 13. It's tight. Larry King and Britney Spears 12 apiece. Madonna 9, Tiny Tim 8, Adam Sandler 7, Kiss 7, Danny Quayle 6, Keanu Reeves 6, Toronto boy Keanu Reeves, who cares? Zaza Gabor 4, Katie Couric 3, Jay Leno 3, Will Smith 2, Ron Jeremy 2, he's got a pair. Gwyneth Paltrow 2, Donald Trump 2, Bill Walsh 2, Andy Kaufman 1, Bob Hope 1. None yet for AC/DC, MC Hammer, Terrence Malik, Sex Pistols, Sting, or Michael Jackson. How could anybody? Why would Sting and Michael Jackson be on there?
Some people, I don't know.
Don't think they have any talent? Sting?
I don't know.
Well, that really stings.
Sting.
That Hoyt's bad. And of course that was Sean. That was his pull, I guess.
Maybe he doesn't like him.
Did he show up there? Did he come down?
No, and I replied to his email this morning and said, show on up.
Come by.
Bring your girlfriend while you're at it.
You are, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's see what kind of a person you are.
Right here.
I think that's neat that Shirley actually showed up and bought you the $5 win ticket.
I'm quelling.
On the chalk, no less. You know what I think about the chalk? Although the chalk won at the first race at Tampa.
Right.
Not by much. What was the horse? Mama don't give a crap?
Mm-hmm. Mama Negra.
2-1. 2-1 on the 4. So $5 to win is like $15. You'd make $10 there. You'd almost cover your $16.
My losses.
So you got a little backup there. You covered your bet. Shirley did cover it for you.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thanks, Shirley. Of course, that doesn't mean the 4 is going to win because that race, oh, my God. Ask Steve what glue factory they found the horses for in the first race. No, seriously. I mean, it's just... and I'm still trying to make heads or tails of that Ersatz racing form that somebody sent me. What is it called? I don't know what the hell it's called, but I can't make heads or tails of it. It's called Statmaster for Gulfstream. Statmaster. I mean, all the years that I read the racing form, I read it just fine. I understand it. I know about it. I know about the Beyer speed ratings. I know that Andy Beyer is probably full of crap. But nevertheless, I'm looking at this thing, and it's just, it's hard to read it. Statsmaster. But then again, I've been away from the flats for so long, you know what I'm saying? If we were doing harness racing, like from the Meadows or like that, I could be right on top of it. But we're not. Now, what's going on with the emails? Are we done with that? Because we got an hour and 23 minutes. Yeah, there's nothing.
Bummer.
There's nothing in that view. There's a whole bunch of polls, though, I'll tell you that. And my friend Ken from Etobicoke send me the latest offering from Al Goldstein's blog.
Okay.
And Ken's comment is, I think he's getting worse by the week. I doubt that any of this could be repeated on your show. I hope you'll enjoy it. Well, anything from Al Goldstein's blog, there have to be a lot of those in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bronze barracks, okay. That's the header.
I see.
On Al's
and I'm sure he didn't
blog
mean
entry.
ass.
He says, the world has been transformed by the inauguration of Barack Hussein Obama, son of an African. I am a lowly, diseased Jew bastard, a white... I was bred by a mother who, my father, educated in the streets of Brooklyn, joined the Army during Korea because I didn't have enough money to go to college. I lived my life in the gutter with the so-called middle class who had a brief glimmer of hope in the post-war era. Luckily, I got a free education. It set me apart from the other ill-bred kikes whose families still had red stains on their mouths from sucking down borscht. Education gave me a chance to achieve the American dream. My dream was a wet one. Wet. Well, I can't read the... I saw a vision. Barack Obama, you have fulfilled the dreams of millions of the trampled underclass that has persisted in this country for over 300 years. You have unshackled every black man, woman, and child that have ever been persecuted by the white man. I laud you. Mr. Obama, I watched you in Hawaii, shirtless and proud. I saw that bulge in your trousers, so big as African, so frightening to a white man to see. Oh, this is hysterical if I could read the whole thing. You've used not only your Harvard education as a tool to become the leader of the free world, you have swaggered about and used that mandango as a means to overpower the white establishment. It worked. It worked, and I've always theorized that in the world, 3 things a man can use to become successful. 1, money. 2, brute force. And 3, a big helps. In the Darwinian sense, you have used all means necessary to get where you are. They should take a plaster mold of your and bronze it. It should be in the Smithsonian Institute next to George Washington's white whalebone dentures. If you need any help during your service to the country, feel free to reach me at the Brooklyn VA Hospital. I usually don't accept calls, but just have your chief of staff mention in charge. I'll be waiting for your call. You are the effing man. I love you, Obama. I love Al Goldstein. He is really... I mean, what is there to say about him that we haven't already said?
He's a piece of work.
He's funny. He's funny as hell.
That's right. He's a stitch.
Yeah. But out of control. That's the problem. There are a lot of, like your friend Pharrell. Bah, bah, bah. You know, he was funny. But out of effing control. Just ask the Beast, he'll tell you.
Yep.
He was talking about Pharrell and sodas and stuff this morning. Diet and regular Coke stuff.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Fat Jew.
Just yesterday, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad was ruling out any compromise on Iran's nuclear program. Today, the government announced he'd written a letter to George Bush. But before even reading the letter, the White House rejected the overture.
Iran is the place that we're fearing the most.
In this stage, we are trying to avoid confrontation.
If they get nukes, the world will be toast.
Run away, run away, run away.
Run away like all the others.
Toodles. The president sent a letter to say, basically they want things their way. We hope W won't get it wrong. Bush has had a bad day. He's feeling real down. The country of Iran is the reason he frowns. It's in their own words. The letter don't lie. Repressive, cruel governments do not survive. Bush has had a bad day, so it's Condoleezza Rice. They want negotiations, but it looks like no dice. Bush has had a bad day.
It's hard work. Everybody knows it's hard work.
He's had a bad day.
This is a hard country to defend.
Yeah, we all have bad days, but how can you have 8 years of bad days every day? That's the obvious question.
It's hard
anyway,
work.
The 1 is the chalk in the first race now, Gulfstream, 9 to 5.
I see. Good.
And the 4 is 5 to 2. Well, actually, let's see. Let's figure this out. Shirley covered your bet for you.
Thank you, Shirley.
5 to 2 is $7 and change. Let's say $7 even. $5 to win, $17.50. You get $17.50 for that ticket, and you only bet $16 on the double.
Woo!
And, of course, then if the 6 does come in, then you really, you got double duty, you know what I mean? In your pantaloon. I really blew it when you had Steve Calabro on.
Yes.
Is that how you say his name?
I forgot already.
I called it Calabro. See, that sounds more Italian.
Then it's Calabro, yeah.
Calabrese. It's what?
It's Calabro, then.
Well, I got it wrong.
Right.
Calabro. Calabrese.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe he's not really Italian. Maybe he's like...
He's really Italian.
Maybe he's kin to Meyer Lansky.
Very Italian.
So anyway, $35 divided by 2 is $17.50.
Okay.
So that would like guarantee your bet, and that would be good. So let's root for the 4. Or let's root for the longest shot on the board and then hope that 6 comes in the second race. What do you think?
Okay.
Now let me ask you, where are you sitting? Now that I've been there,
right?
Where are you sitting? Not where we were set up.
Very, very close, just a few feet from there. As a matter of fact, if remember where you were sitting.
Yes.
If you look forward from there, that's where we are. We're just like in front of that position, right by the bar, off to the side.
Really?
So yeah.
So there are no slot machines like real close by.
Anywhere near me, no.
Oh, now 3-1 on the 4. The 4 is 3-1 in the first race, so that's $8. So that's 20. You'd be $4 ahead of the game if the 4 wins, even without the double.
Woo!
So nice going, Shirley. Thank you. See, that's our crowd.
Right.
That's my email buddies, Shirley.
And Sean did show up, by the way.
Did he? And
he's running around here somewhere. He's looking for booze.
What did he look like? A guy?
What does Sean look like? Sean's a decent-looking guy for his age. Yeah, he goes to the gym a lot. He's got muscles.
I'm not asking about his muscle. My God.
His girlfriend's way hotter than him.
Next thing, Al Goldstein will be writing a blog entry about his muscle.
Probably.
That was just... I wish I could have read it the way it was written, but
sure.
Obviously I could not.
We got the point. We got the gist of it.
Oh. You know, we're not for the fact that he's just got a death wish. Al could have been one of the funniest comedians in history. You know, he's
a loose cannon.
Jewish comedian, kind of like a guy. With an incredible sense of humor, but just a filthy mouth and a filthy mind and a death
funny
wish.
Delivery. He's got a funny voice.
And a death wish.
Yes. Everything he says is funny. I'm a loose cannon.
That's a gay club, you moron.
I
hate the Irish. You're looking for glory holes. He's going to be my woman. He's going to be my bitch. I'm a stumpy fat asshole.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
I don't have a dump button here, so it's all you.
I hit it. Wow, I hit it twice just to make sure. Well, that goes to
a big ass.
That teaches me for playing Al Goldstein stuff.
I hit it too.
Wow.
Woo, we all hit it. I'm here. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it right now.
You don't even have one, and you hit it.
I hit something else.
That's nice. 3-1 on the end. Let's see. We got 25 minutes though till the first race. My God. So I guess the 1 to 2 hours is going to be racing intensive.
Sure. The pressure's
This next
building.
10 minutes is going to be nothing intensive because there's no more emails.
I was just gonna say. I mean, what else we got?
We don't.
We might as well just be all over here.
But we do have this story I never got to yesterday about Scarface's Palm Island mansion to be sold.
Okay.
Speaking of people in pinstripe suits. 1 is 2-1. What's the 1?
I don't know. It's like far away.
Or alone at the wall.
9 to 5?
I got news for you. This is a 1 1/8 race. By the time they go the first 3/4 of a mile, a lot of these will be alone on the ground. I mean, I can't see this crowd going 1 1/8. This group of hosses, these 8. But nevertheless, somebody will finish. Legendary mobster Al Capone's Palm Island mansion being sold. Capone's grandson, Chris Knight, author of the memoir Son of Scarface, is staying at 93 Palm Island until the deal closes. The house, listed at $6.7 million, is presently owned by Hank Morrison, who purchased the house in 1970. One other person owned the home before Knight's grandma sold the home in 1958. According to Knight, a middle-aged entrepreneur is purchasing the home and plans to remodel it. Morrison assured Knight that the new owner will try to restore much of the home as possible. I feel very happy about that, being that this house holds a lot of history. All the fixtures are original, even the windows, the turlets, the sinks, you name it. Even the 60 by 30 in-ground pool, which my grandfather installed, which was and I think still is the largest in-ground pool in the state of Florida. My grandfather had the lime imported to have this beautiful grotto built, which has always been the centerpiece of this beautiful estate. Palm Island. Now, isn't that where Anita Bryant hung out?
I don't know.
Palm Island.
I wasn't here in those days.
Weren't you?
those wonderful days. No, I was in North Carolina.
In the mid-to-late 70s?
In 7 to 6, and I was in North Carolina, and then I went from Montana.
As for staying in the house night, says it's a very surreal experience. My grandfather passed away here in 62 years ago. My grandma sold the place 51 years ago. For me to be here in 2009 and see and feel the estate in its original state when my grandparents owned it, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, which I'll treasure forever, he said. Knight also feels a certain closeness and understanding of his late father, William Knight, Capone's son, who lived under an assumed identity for obvious reasons. My father loved boating, Knight reminisces. Ironically, the port terminal is right across the street. I feel my father's presence here as I look out above the blue waters and understand why my dad loved the sea so much. To him, it was freedom. Freedom from his father's notorious name. His life was the sea, and now I get it. If you were Capone's son, where would you go to hide? The sea. Who would find you? They didn't have GPS back then. And it goes on. You care about Al Capone's mansion?
No.
I don't.
If I was Al Capone's son, I'd be running around telling everybody and getting free stuff.
Yeah, you get some free lead. Sure of that. And look at those emails. Nothing.
Oh, look at that.
Coming to a screaming halt. Although here's one about Al Goldstein. Oh, and here's one. Again today, Bubba Love Sponge mentioned you as a top radio talk show host. They were talking about ratings and all the Clear Channel crap. He also used you as the gold standard of the industry on his first day, says Kilo. Sucking up to the local talent. That's his deal, I guess. Am I supposed to be impressed by that?
I don't know. Take it for whatever.
Sure, not getting a whole lot of input about his show other than Brandon says it sucks, but other than that. Wouldn't it be nice if he took about half of Paul and old Ron's numbers away?
That would be
something. How
something.
did they do, by the way?
You tell me. You got him there.
Oh, God.
All I got's a racing forum.
You got what?
A racing forum.
You do have a racing forum. And what good is it going to do you? You couldn't read it if they held a gun to your head.
That's right. Might as well be in Chinese.
Well, let's see how Paulie and old Ron did from 10 to whatever. CMQFAMA, no speaking Inglés. IOD was second. Now, wait a minute. What is that? Oh, that's midday. Oh, that's right. That was Rush. Rush with big, gigantic right-wing numbers. And you notice how Jimmy Syphilis, real or imaginary, is still quiet because he knows that he's on the way out? Because Cheap Channel is cheaping it out again.
Didn't notice.
Sliding Air America down the dial and turning 940 into Fox Sports again with that Dan Cilio idiot in the morning. By the way, Beast is a big fan of his.
Is he? I am?
Not.
No. Horrible.
We had a 4-6. They had a 3-7. Big. 10-2. And aren't they on till noon or something like that? Don't they have like a 50-hour show?
Something like that.
See, I don't understand that.
Don't you?
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Oh, it was such a big hit that ABC put it on 50 times a week, and guess what? And that just kind of burned it out.
Well, how many times have programmers tried to get you to do, an extra hour?
Well, Disney got me to do 9:30 to 2, and that went over like a pregnant pole vaulter. And then Greg Reed decided to put the show on 9 to 1, which nobody's show starts at 9, and that didn't work either.
Nope.
That's not a day part, 9 to 1. I'll tell you what's also not a day part.
Rock solid.
2 to 4. We got Geldy on today, 2 to 4. Woohoo! Ordinarily, we'd be a little bit, I don't know. Oh, look at that. Your horse is taking more money to 4. He's 5 to 2. Second choice. They're betting the 1 and they're betting the foe. And if you have any luck, I mean, maybe the 2 will win. He's 25 to 1. Then you get a big fat ass double, 30 to 1. No chance. Battle back. He couldn't win against Chicken Picker in a 2-horse race. Battle back. But this is and hopefully we'll win you some money. Now, didn't we win you some money a couple of times last year?
Yes.
I mean, the rest of the time lost your ass, but other than that.
Whatever, it all works out. We're here for a good time.
Not to win any money. We're here for a good time, like Sonny from the Market said. Look what happened to him.
Oh, this is Arnold. This is not a tumor. It's the 1 to 2 hour.
Hello, this is Robert Iger, President and CEO of the Walt Disney Company. Hello?
Trying to reach the phone. Hold on.
Diane, is this you? Diane, is that you?
Diane?
Is this Diane Sawyer?
No, it's not Diane Sawyer. Why would Diane man, sir, be calling on this number. Oh.
Mr. Mouse?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, you're alive.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I don't know where I am.
I haven't seen you since your 80th birthday party.
Oh. Last thing I remember, I was in a pickup truck with T-Bag from Prison Break.
Sir, do you have any idea where you are?
I'm in a warehouse.
You're in a warehouse?
And I'm chained to a dead hooker.
And you're chained to a dead hooker?
And there's a puppet sitting in the corner.
And there's a puppet sitting in the corner?
Stop repeating everything I say, Eisner.
It's Iger, sir.
Oh.
Sir, why are you chained to a dead hooker?
Well, why would I know the answer to that question, Eisner?
Iger, sir.
I think the puppet has already read some sort of message aloud, and there appears to be an iron mask wrapped around my head.
Sir, it sounds like you're in Saw 6.
What?
You know the movie Saw?
No way.
Yeah.
They're making another one?
I don't know.
Last one did pretty good. Huh?
Yeah, no, it was pretty good, pretty scary.
Well. Listen, try to get me out of here. I think I've lost my left leg. And, I'm laying here in I can't really see, but it certainly smells like vomit.
Sir, do you have any clue where you are?
Well, the hooker's definitely from Honduras, so I would start there.
Sir, how do you know the hooker's from Honduras?
Because I can feel the big hair cloud down there.
I don't follow, sir.
Initiate tracking device.
Initiate tracking device?
There's a tracking device implanted in my left ear. Walt put it in there years ago.
Okay, well,
the button to initiate it's under my desk. Get over to my office.
Okay.
Initiate the tracking device.
Okay, we'll do,
but you gotta hurry.
Okay, I will do, sir.
I don't know how long I can last. Hey, how's some party, huh?
That was a great party, sir. Thank you for the invite.
I know how to throw a party. I'll tell you that.
Great party.
By the way, do me a favor.
Okay.
Cancel that dirty, sexy money and that pushing daisies, huh?
Sir, you're chained in a warehouse to a dead hooker.
I've lost my leg.
And you lost your leg.
I've lost my leg.
Yeah.
I'm leaning against a hair cloud.
You mentioned that.
Cancel those two shows.
Sir, are you sure you're in the right condition to be canceling programs on
a businessman. Even chained to a dead hooker in Honduras, missing a leg and bleeding out. I know those shows suck.
Okay.
End them.
Okay.
And hurry up and find me where. I think the mask is tightening.
Oh, no. I'm going to go run to your office and initiate the tracking device.
I don't care. You don't have to tell me what you're going to do. Just do it before I bleed out.
Okay. By the way, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate the watch.
You're welcome.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, 1:04. It's only 11 minutes till post time. 10 minutes.
Woo!
Pressure's building. Let's see.
It's very, very
The 4 just got hit again and went back to 5-2, and the 2 is 2-1. You want it to go up. You want like 3-1 would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, she already made the bet for you, so at this point, you might as well want to get more money for your thing. Here's a silly email. Hey, Neil, here's an opportunity to kill some time and revisit the Best Burger discussion. No, I don't think so. Currently on America Online homepage, the main revolving window will bring you to the best burgers in America. Perhaps a bit ponderous, but who cares? It's Friday. Jim in Boynton Beach. Get a life, Jim. Are you a crazy person or what?
Yes.
God. Talk about one-note Charlies. Oh, yeah, let's talk about hamburgers again. It worked real good for footy, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm in.
What was that?
What? I said I'm in if we talk about hamburgers.
You missed it. We already did that for about 600 days.
Oh.
Now, have you eaten at Five Guys?
No, but everyone I know loves that place.
And George, that was his assignment last weekend.
Yeah,
Maybe this weekend you can get to Five Guys.
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind doing Five Guys this weekend.
I had a lot of activities last weekend.
What was so funny about that?
Your line was really funny.
Was it really?
Yes.
Especially if I could, pick them out, Oh, this one and that one, yeah. Oh, but you have such bad taste. You're gay. You're a fag. Yeah, I have such bad taste. You should live so long. I have such bad taste.
Just get me Matt Castle's autograph.
You know how close I'm ever going to get to Matt Castle, however far it is from here to wherever he's going to play his next game, which won't be in New England, by the way. They can't afford him and Brady.
Sure they can.
Well, they can, but I mean, you think that would be a wise move?
Yeah, because I'm not sure Tom's going to be healthy.
That's right. He's still got that knee problem. He's still got some issues around the knee and groin area.
George, you still listening?
I'm right here.
George wouldn't know Matt Castle from Royal Castle.
As soon as I hear a name, I don't
And
recognize.
also, somebody sent me a big thing again about Wayne Arnold's, which didn't we already do a big thing about that just a couple of days ago? Some of you people are so neurotic with the repetitious, like the guy from Boynton again. Oh, talk about burgers again. No. Mike in Fort Myers says, sorry to be late about the race, but as the guy said, if you were taking calls, I could express my concerns earlier. Just joking. I like the 471 Exactabox in this race. Good luck, George.
Thank you. I have no idea what that
As
means.
for Al Goldstein, I was just listening to one of your old shows from years ago when you were giving out those perverted tapes that Al used to bring in for giveaways. I can only imagine the reaction Joyce would get if that stunt was pulled today. Yeah, she'd be pulling it all right. We'd be off the air in a heartbeat. Remember that?
Yep.
Al used to bring in the porn. Oh, you're up to 3-1. Let's hear it on the forward. Here comes the bunny, and there goes your money. Now, what's this for? This stiff... I mean, this is a race. The Red Fox ships in from Tampa. Last raced on January the 4th. A tightener, obviously. Horrible speed ratings, but then they all have bad speed ratings in this race, assuming I'm reading this right, and I'm sure I am. But at least one thing about that horse, he's gone the distance. He's gone 1 mile and 70 yards, 1 mile and a 16th, a mile. He's got 3 distance races, and was second in one of them, but second by 13 lengths. Oh. But we'll see. They're all a bunch of pigs, so, anybody can win. And who's the jockey on the 4? Carlo Lopez.
Yes.
Never heard of him. You ever hear of Carlo Lopez?
Oh, yeah, no.
And what about your six horse that I picked for you and Frank in the second race? Oh, Jose Lascano. Well, there's a good jockey.
Is he?
Jose, can you see? Yeah, he is. Nothing wrong with Jose. Now, Maria B. is here with us.
Where?
Hello, Mr. Rogers. You're setting a very bad example for your listeners. As mentioned in prior emails, the most educated people realize gambling is for suckers. If you want a real return on your money, turn to the markets.
Oh, yeah.
However, did you mention that there is dollar drafts tomorrow at Gulfstream? If so, that's definitely a reason to travel to Hallandale Beach and drink and plunge your guts out. Have a great weekend. Make sure to tune into the closing bell today to witness the market bounce. Regards, Maria B.
Right. By the way, dollar drafts tomorrow.
Maria, you be so silly, Maria. Well, let's do the break early, and then we don't want to miss the race.
The biggest names.
The best.
Okay, 113. Boy, it's a good thing. Now, they're showing the post parade from Tampa for the third race.
Okay, yeah. I see that.
But they're up to the 9. You do see that?
I do. Somebody just came and laid some more tickets on me.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea what they mean. Steve already told me, and I'm like, what?
What the hell you got? We got 1 minute to post, and we'll get off of this Tampa crap on my HBI thing. There we go.
I got an Exacta. Exacta box.
What's the numbers on
$1 on the first race, the 5 and the 6.
5, 6?
Yeah. And also on the first race.
Yes.
The daily double, 3 and 4. So. $1.
For $1?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So you got all kinds of stuff going.
I'm glad I got Steve here. I understand none of this. One day, though.
1 minute to post time, although they're showing the wagering totals. I don't want to see the wagering totals. I want to see the tote board, you idiots.
The tote board?
The tote board, yeah.
Oh.
Well, let me go to the other channel here with the odds channel. Gulfstream, the 4 is 3-1 still. There we go. They're at the gate.
They're on.
Now you're hoping somebody wins. And not the 1. You're hoping for anybody but the 1. Listen, in this field, if they can go 1 mile and 1/8, I'll be surprised if somebody crosses the finish line. Not the 1. You got it?
Got it. I hear something. Is that you?
No, it's not me. That's the audio from the Gulfstream, from the racing channel.
That waitress walking by is really hot.
Get him in there already, for crying out loud. There's the 4 going in. Is that the one you got the extra bet on from Shirley? Yes.
Yes. There they go.
There they go?
That's what I see.
Oh, well, you're like 2 seconds ahead of me. Because you're right there, no doubt.
I'll be able to psychically predict the race.
Alone at the wall from the rail to be a part of the early picture as well. And Alone at the Wall is going to come through on the inside to grab the lead. Gaba goes to second. The Red Fox caught 3 wide, third by 1.5 lengths. Down toward the inside, it's battle back, and Socio is 5th, and 3 lengths off the lead.
Jesus.
2 lengths more back to Mr. Dealer. Then comes Bullseye Boy, and Amazon trails
You're
10
4
lengths off
second.
the lead.
7-2 on the 4. It's a $9 hoss.
Seconds flat. On to the
That's what you
backstretch
want
now,
is
and
the 4.
Gabaghost has taken over the lead. Challenged on the outside by Socio. And there goes Socio to take over as they head to the backstretch. Gabaghost is second by 2. The Red Fox third, alone at the wall.
You got a 5-6.
Now off
Where's
the
the
pace,
6?
running in
Nowhere.
fourth, and 3.5 lengths off the lead.
The 6 is a
2
caller.
lengths back to Battle Back. Mr. Dealer to the outside. Bullseye
4 is
Boy
right there
continues
third.
to run
He's just,
second last up the backstretch. 7 lengths
biding
off
his
the
time.
lead, and
And the
3
damn 1 is
clear
right
of
there, 2 on the
Amazon.
rail.
A half
Box
and
that
50
one in.
and 2. Past the half-mile pole. Socio and Gabaghost, and they're right together on the lead. A length and a half to the Red Fox. Alone at the wall, saves ground fourth as they move into the far turn.
There's 4 horses
And Mr.
puking
Dealer
badly
racing
already.
outside,
They're just at
out
the top of
Battle
the
Back,
stretch.
and they're followed
And the
by
4
Bullseye
puke. The 1 is
Boy
going to win the
and
chalk, and you're
Amazon
going to get
yet
about
to
a
move from
$5
the
bill.
back. Round
Not
the far
good, George.
turn, and here comes Alone
Hey,
at the
we're right.
wall.
The one's
And
gonna win.
Alone at the wall makes a move for the lead
Third right
as they
now.
round
Puke.
the turn and head toward the quarter pole.
There's the one in the lead.
Socio and Gabaghost trying to stick with him.
Puke, baby.
It's 4 lengths back to the Red Fox.
Oh,
Bullseye
my
Boy,
God.
a wide Amazon Battle Back,
6
and
to
Mr. Dealer.
5,
They're into the
chalk.
stretch. And Alone at the wall, and Cornelio
Factory of a double, and
Velasquez
the damn
are
chalk is
alone
gonna
on
win
the
by
lead.
Not
On the
good.
far outside, Amazon moves up late, trying
Amazon,
to catch
my
Gabaghost
ass.
for second, and they've left the others behind. It's Alone at
There
the
you
wall, and Amazon 1-2, and Alone at the wall strolls home to victory.
Oh, that was not good. But at least you're alive. You got a 1-6 double.
Right.
For $2. You'll never get your money back.
Wait.
Here's a fax that says, Bubba the email, whatever you call these. Bubba the Love Sponge, Dumb Sponge, was talking about you this morning, how he listens to you, wouldn't mind losing to you in the ratings. Oh, and about the Beast and Five Guys. He probably eats as much as Five Guys. Bubba the Love Sponge is on 6 to 10.
Yeah.
So what is that about beating him in the ratings? What does that mean? We're not on at the same time. I know he, according to the spy reports, he stays on longer like Howard, until he just runs out of gas and ego.
Are we out of gas?
Well, we're out of gas. We've been out of gas several years. Since Joe Bell pulled into town. So the frickin' one, now you're going to have to get, once it's official, they'll show the double payoffs. And Steve will look for you on the thing and find out what the 1-6 is going to pay. And oh, geez. I have a feeling that today is not going to be really good. Let's hope for the 6 for Frank and you.
Mm-hmm.
And Shirley with that 4 horse. The 4 was sitting right there third in striking position and puked like a dying pig on the last turn.
Oh, well.
I bet here it comes now. Oh, wouldn't surprise me. That's how bad he puked. There's nothing worse than a puker.
Right. By the way, pretty decent crowd.
Really?
Huge crowd, yeah. Like by
So what's the lowdown on Sean from Hollywood? Is he like a regular
He's running around, man. He's like running around. He's got drinks. He's got a cigar. He's got a fistful of tickets.
You got Dan Quayle on the pool, so you must add our dipshit former president, says somebody. No, let's take Dan Quayle off of it.
Yeah.
Politicians don't belong on that poll. You don't describe politicians as having talent. God. Am I right? So
one could, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about being a
that's exactly not what
performer.
we're talking about. I mean, you could, but that's just another excuse to rip W, which takes no talent. I mean, it's ponderous. It's the same old, same old. Who's gone furthest with the least talent? Man Coulter, 34. Kathy Lee Gifford, 20. Britney Spears, 20. Larry King, 16. Tiny Tim, 15. Madonna, 13. And Dan Quayle will take him off of it. He had 12. Take the. I'll just give you the double-digit ones because the list is too long. Now, what does this say from Neil? Dear Neil, I screwed up and got a DUI in Dade County. Sentenced me to 20 days in Dade County jail. I'll miss you for those 20 days because I listen every day. Please do not retire before I get out. I love you. You got a DUI. He's going 20 days in the slam.
Wow.
Well, have a good time in there, Neil. What is that noise that I'm hearing?
Those are racks being rolled by, food tray racks.
Rats?
Racks. Like, when people bake bread and they put them on racks.
So did Steve take a look to see what the 1-6 double is going to pay if it comes in, which the way that went?
He walked off, so I guess.
Now, don't forget, Frank gets a $50 win ticket on the 6 horse in the second race.
Right.
What do you mean he walked off?
Steve Sloan walked off, presumably to go do something or someone.
He went to do someone?
Maybe.
Well, it's probably still not official. That's a shame because the 4 went up to 7-2. which would have been a nice $9 payoff. That would have been $22.50. You'd have been $6 ahead. Would have been, should have been, could have. But guess what? You're not.
Oh well.
Yeah. Like I told you, that friend of mine in Detroit years ago, 100 years ago, 1960. That's 49 years ago. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I can't. Well, second race, the 6 is the morning line favorite, 5-2. And now he just went up to 3-1. The 2 is getting all the money in the second race. 2 is 6-5. Optime with Ibar Koa. Well, it used to be Ibar. Now it's Abar. Abar Koa.
I see.
Yeah, it used to be Ibar. Now he decided he's Abar. Box of Charms, the 6, Jose Lascano. And the 7's 5-2. Oh, that's the one I originally picked, but it hasn't been out for 14 months. Remember that? I picked the 7 and went off and went, oh, I sure hope that one doesn't come in. Because then Frank is going to say, oh, gee, you waffler, you should have stuck with the original. I don't think so. A horse that hasn't raced in 14 months. I mean, they're only going 6 furlongs, but nevertheless. Well, that first race was a real stinker, wasn't it? The one just, the rest of them, it's not the one was so good, the rest of them were just so bad. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, why does it say 50 minutes to post time? The race is at 1:44. It should say 22 minutes to post time. Boy, they got some real issues here on this gambling channel.
Really?
Maybe Maria put a hex on them. Gulfstream, 50 minutes to post, it says on there. That's got to be a mistake. Oh, now it just said 22. They must have heard me. Yeah. As soon as I said that, they changed it to 22. Well, here's the third race at Tampa Bay Downs.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 horse doesn't want any part
Number
of it.
2, Clemson. Fractious behind the gate.
Fractious behind the gate. The jockey got off, and the 2, they're shoving his ass in there. Get in there, you pig. Well, he's 26-1. What do you expect? He says, I got 2 chances, none, and much less than none. So where's Steve Sloan? Did he come back?
He walked up right now.
What's the double?
What's the double? 12-20?
Oh. So you got to win a race just to get within $4 back of your $16.
Oh, well.
$3.80.
Oh, Sean got the 1. He's the one. He's running around smiling with a fistful of dollars.
He had the 1. The 1 is chalk. He would pay like $5.
He's all grinning.
Yeah, grinning. Oh, I had the winner. I had a 3-2 shot. Big deal, Sean.
Well, he cashed.
Oh, my God. Here's another poll we've done a million times. What way of dying do you fear the most? Sorry. Been there, done that. You want to hear the third race at Tampa Bay Downs?
Not really,
I just get a kick out of this guy. The audience doesn't want to hear it, but it's Friday. You know.
He's not the announcer I like.
And they're off. And the favorite, Phoenix Hotel, is away alertly, as well as Clemson. Marte Blanche moves up on the outside, and Diablo's got back, makes it 3 in a line. Corsimba is the last horse away to the far.
We don't want to hear that. Okay, here's an email from Rodolfo. Rudy, I've been a fan of your show. 12:20, boy, that's pretty low, pretty weak. But that's a good sign, though. That means the 6 is going to be taking some serious money in that second race. He was morning line chalk, 5-2. If that 7 wins, you can kick me in the shins, okay?
Okay.
Rudy says, I've been a fan of your show for some time now. I don't get to listen to it often these days, as I was lucky enough to leave South Florida. These days, I split my time between Rio de Janeiro and Dubrovnik. I catch you by the internet from time to time, as it's challenging due to the time zone difference. I think that I, like most fans, at times I've loved your show, at times disliked it, at times had enough of it. Nonetheless, I always come back for more because you are articulate, intelligent, and frankly, funny. Funny guy. Just look at me. Which is the reason why I sent you this email. Today I happened to catch your show, and there was a brief interaction between you and George where he was suggesting you try to squeeze a breast. He insisted you try it at least once. It wasn't so much the topic or the sexual preference connotation of the conversation that made me laugh so much as the exchange between the both of you. It sounded sincere, and it raised the curiosity of us listeners. Humans by nature are curious creatures, and people we like and enjoy we want to know more about. I enjoy your political insight, the realistic way you project the South Florida lifestyle, enjoy the statistics and facts that you bring to the show. But I must say, I enjoyed very much the interaction between you and George exchanging words in regards to personal matters about each other's life. Today was one of the best shows I've heard in quite some time. Do it more often, and thank you for the free entertainment. Good luck to George at the racetrack today, Rudy.
Thanks, Rudy.
Today was one of the best shows he's heard in a long time.
Hey, I don't know what they sound like from the inside out.
Must be me.
That must be the beast being there. That must be it, yeah. The added poundage. That's what done it. 19 minutes till the second race at Gulfstream. Now, let me take a puke at the board, okay? You can take a puke at it from where you are. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
6 is heavy chalk, 3-2. That's good. 7-5, even lower. 6 is getting pounded. To me, that means he demolishes that field. The 7 went up to 5-1. 4 is 7-2, and the 2 is 4-1. And a 1 and a 2. These 1s and 2s, it sounds like the numbers across the street.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Howard David's a bitch.
Hey, everybody.
Absolutely.
The Doi Doi Man is back again. He's gonna do the Doi Doi dance. So take a feeling stand. Come on and Doi. Yeah, Doi. Come on and Doi. Doi with the Doi Doi dance. Doi Doi Doi, yeah. Hey, everybody. For the dancing Doi Doi who's the low. Put on a pair of checkered pants and shuffle across the floor. And then you Doi. Yeah, Doi. Come on and Doi. Doi with the Doi Doi dance. Doi Doi Doi, yeah.
Hey, speak with the Doys. This here's about Doys, and that I never said. Stand up.
Listen to the big shot over here. How's your show doing, huh?
Now see here.
See nothing. I'm doing what's right now. What are you doing all day? Shopping for jelly shoes?
Why, you know good. Get over here. I want to...
Oh, you'll hear a lot more of that. 2 to 4 this afternoon with Gildy. Gildy for
President.
Big O.
Oh.
Yeah, Gildy for president.
Woo!
Of the organization. Oh, here's Fairgrounds in New Orleans.
Saints Relic as they straighten
John
past the quarter
Dooley.
pole.
Hang down your head, John Dooley.
And final company has been outpaced. Top of the stretch.
Outpaced. He's got
That
a
mile in 46
problem.
seconds flat. Now they're in the final furlong and a half. Jamie Terrio, Will Tree just in front. Here comes Saints Relic with a surging run now in this final furlong. Seaside Links Parade, the flag is dropped back, then Silver Indy. Past the 16th pole. Will Tree is just holding Saints Relic, who's fully stretched. Will Tree and Saints Relic photo. Will Tree prevails by...
Oh, good. Good for him. And you're 7-5, you're 6. He's heavy favorite.
Yeah.
For your $12.20. Well, you know, if you only lose $3.80, that'll be a bonanza.
A bargain.
You didn't have any tickets with the one at all in the first race. Well,
No.
if Sean from Hollywood was so hot on the one horse, why didn't he bet you a ticket, like $100 to win on it?
I don't know. He had more than that going on. He had like a double or a triple or something.
And, of course, our contestant, Frank, which we're forgetting all about, he's got $50 to win on the 6 horse in this race, which is now even money. So that means he'd get $100.
Better than a poke in the eye.
That's right. If the 6 wins. If the 6 doesn't win, he gets our best wishes.
Right.
Even money.
A 2 lifetime claiming level after showing speed and tiring to finish 4th in a local return. That was against $20,000 Tides, which was her first race in 11 months. Trainer Wayne Catalano wheels her back in 7 days. We've seen him do this last week. Run a horse, drop him back, bring him back real soon, and win yesterday. And that certainly looks like might be the case again this afternoon.
Yeah, the horse who did it yesterday, a horse named I'm It Wayne, ran off the screen with the easier opportunity, and it appears to be all in front of Box of Charms in a similar scenario
Box
today.
of Charms. See that? They're touting your horse. Box of Charms. Lucky
Right.
Charms. I got an email from the Beast.
The real
What?
Beast.
Oh,
the
the
real
real
Beast.
email from the Beast.
Oh, okay.
He wants those flowers that were left this morning, and they take them home and give them to his lovely wife. Go right ahead, please, with my best wishes.
All right. By the way, I guess you're doing ads for them or something.
I don't know anything about it. I haven't been told anything.
It
so
says we look forward to a
I
successful
understand that, but don't be spewing it on the air until somebody talks to me about whatever it's all about. I don't know nothing about it.
Oh.
Of course, we got Valentine's Day coming in a 3 weeks. So that must be what it's all about. Like I said, take them home and give them to your lovely wife with my best wishes.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
You're a mensch.
Senior producer, University of Miami Sports Network, and sideline reporter. Wow. You're the senior producer of the U of M Sports Network? Now, is it true they're blowing Zagacki out?
I'll take that as a yes.
What?
Who said that?
That's what we've been hearing. That the Dolphins are blowing out Jimmy Syphilis, and the Canes are blowing out Joe Z, Penis Face.
I haven't heard that.
9 minutes till the second race, by the way, at Gulfstream.
It could be over very easy here, but you're taking a horse that hasn't been around in over a year.
I imagine you must have kept that chart hidden away in your drawer.
No, I got a secret way of finding it out.
Oh, for sure. 6-5 on the favorite as they head out for race number 2.
Oh, the one is Lady Laurie with Pascasio Lopez. What kind of a name is Pascasio?
I got Paco here.
Hispanic, huh?
I got Paco here.
2 is Abar Koa, Optime. Abar, good jockey, Abar Koa, one of the really good ones. But he can't figure out if it's Ibar or Abar.
Maybe it's Ebar.
No. 3 is Genuine Diamond with Javier Santiago. 14-1 means no chance. No shot. 4 with Mixed Emotions, Manny Cruz. Look at the nice red colors on the jockey there, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, look, Dolores, the red jockey in their pretty colors. 5, Emerald Moon with Inocencia Ayarza. Inocencia, I bet he ain't so Inocencia. Not no jockey. 4, he's 7-2, he's the second choice. There's your horse, 6, Jose Lascano, box of Lucky Charms. Gonna jog right down the road with a heavy load. He looks pretty good, the 6. He looks like with a tail and everything. Elvis Trujillo, Barbara's Attitude, the 7. That was my original pick. Then I saw she hasn't raced for 14 months. If she wins, I'm going to be really pissed. And so will Frank, because 5-1's a nice $12 horse. And the 8, CBT Mocha Mocha with Manny Aguilar. 17-1 shot. No chance. Of course, when you say no chance, you know what that means. And look at that. Uniblue, Speed Up My PC, just popped up again. I'm just sitting here. I didn't do anything. And it just popped up on there. Now, where the hell's that coming from?
I don't know.
I bet you it's coming from Outlook Express. Outlook Distress. So 6-5 on your 6. Now, what's Steve betting? Is he, what?
Nothing. Just, he bet with us.
What does that mean?
He bet that
back wheel to 6?
Back wheel thing, yes.
So he's waiting to lose $3.80 just like you?
Just like me.
Well, we were hoping for anybody except the chalk in the first race, and with our luck, the one wins by open lengths. Just demolished the field. Just sat there in a lurking position, 3rd or 4th, and then just blew the field away. Numero uno. At about 3-2, whatever the hell it was, heavy chalk. So this would be an all-chalk double if the 6 wins. So 12-20, I guess, isn't all that bad. When you consider there aren't that many horses in the 2 races. Am I right? Yeah.
Right. Hey, there goes Kim Bocamper. Kim Bocamper walking by.
Really?
Yeah, say something like Kim Bocamper's a
Kim
homo.
Bocamper is there?
He's walking right past us right now.
At Gulfstream?
Yeah, call him a homo.
Hey, Kimba.
You fairy.
Get out of here.
He heard it. He flipped you off.
What did he do? What did he do? Say you're number 1?
He said you're number 1, that's right.
Yeah. Screw you, Bocamper. Haven't seen him in a coon's age. 6 minutes till post time for your second race. Tell him, nice job on that 7 to 8 hour.
He just you tell him.
He's already gone.
Yeah.
What? He's gone.
He walked over towards the track.
Did he?
Yep.
Maybe he's going to present the award to the 6 horse in the second race. He's going to give the blanket. Or maybe he's going to wrap himself up in it. Or maybe he's just going to go out there and impersonate the Cigar Store engine. Well, I better do the break because
yes,
we're
please.
Do the race. Sorry. Okay, it's 1:44. It is now post time.
All right.
Fred Capicella would say.
Phil Saltzman says hi, by the way.
Phil is there?
He's here. He's watching the races right now. He
Give him a big kiss for me.
Shook
hi,
my
Phil.
hand, said say hi to you, all of these things.
Is he still alive?
All of these things.
Yes.
They tried to kill him in the hospital, man. They butchered him up, and they took out his gizzard and his innards, and good to hear he's still doing good.
I told
him
he's much older and fatter than the last time I saw him.
Right. Aren't we all? Not like Henry Barrow, though. They're going in the gate for the second race. The 6 is 7-5, heavy chalk. Does Phil like the 6?
He didn't say, but he's aware. He's listening the whole time.
Oh. Well, we love the 6, and of course it's $50 to win for Frank in the audience, and the double for you and Steve Sloan for losing $3.80. Hey, that wouldn't be a bad day at the track, 380.
Right.
I got my shoes on, my pantaloons, my shirt. I'm going out to win $1 billion at Woodbine.
Woo!
I can smell it.
Ooh.
They're off. 6 broke nicely.
BT Mocha Mocha broke well. Box of Charms, Barbara's Attitude right there with Genuine Diamond, Optime and Lady Lori from the inside. 2.5 back to Emerald Moon, and with Mixed Emotions is the trailer as they race up the backstretch. Box of Charms, plenty of competition up front.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Optime comes through on the inside, and
problem.
Abarcoa and Optime poke ahead in front. Box of Charms is right alongside through a quarter in 22 and 4.
Hard to get
a length and a half to Barbara's Attitude.
Get that 2 out of there, you piece of turd.
To the
You
outside,
pig.
Lady Lori at the rail. 2 lengths
You
more
moo
than
cow.
Genuine Diamond with Mixed Emotions on the inside and Emerald Moon in the back.
Well, it looks like
Box
he's got the
of
2 lead,
Charms.
I think. The 6.
Now back in front. Jose Lezcano and Box of Charms opening up in hand here. Now
In
it's a
hand,
length
my
lead
ass.
over Lady Lori. Here comes with Mixed Emotions, moving quickly
One's
now
30 to 1. I
and
wouldn't
coming
worry about
3
him. If
wide.
he wins, I'll call the
Optime
police.
has given way on the inside. They're into
Come
the
on,
stretch.
Jose, get into
Box
this
of
piece, you
Charms
piece of turd.
still on top, and Lady Lori is right next to
What
her.
is
There's
with this
nose
30 to
nose
1
for
shot
a
on the
furlong to
outside
go.
going by?
Lady Lori has
no.
taken the lead.
Oh,
Lady
no.
Lori and
Longest
Paco
shot on
Lopez
the board.
at 30 to 1. Moving away
Look
from
at
Box of
that.
30
Charms.
to 1.
You
And
believe
Lady
it?
Lori
Wow.
pulls off a big upset.
Oh, no. Why did you finish nice second?
Oh, well.
You know what you get for that? You
Nothing.
know what you get for that?
Nothing.
Oh, that's right. Like our 9 to 10 hour number.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
What the hell was that all about? Well, I told you it was a bad race. 2 bad races.
Oh, well.
And one didn't just win the race, he demolished him. She.
Yeah.
Lady Lori, let me look back now. Is there any chance I would have ever bet that pig? No. Dropping down a little bit, but 7th by 24 in this class 2 races ago. How do you like that? Somebody knew something that we didn't know.
No.
You lose. And
Oh,
sorry,
well.
Frank. Sorry, I'm 1 for 2 in the pick 'em department. Pick the ponies. We'll do it again next Friday.
Right.
That's disappointing. Looked like he was going to win.
Oh, well.
Oh, here you go. Robert says, you have reached a new low. Your show sucks. Why don't you play old tapes of Big Wilson? It would be more entertaining than the horse schmidt you have on now.
Uh-huh.
Go suck on a Schnitzelgruben, you fairy. Yeah, that's what it says. Right after we get beat in the horse race, and I get an email like that. And Jimmy D, who just won't stop. Jimmy Dworsky, you know? Just wanted to say have a great weekend. You and George take care. Yeah, you too, Jimmy. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Take care. Your show sucks watermelons, or whatever the hell that said. What kind of a thing was that? What kind of a nasty shot? And you know who that is.
Yeah.
Across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Sid. Yeah, they probably have him assigned at a computer somewhere in the building. Oh, send him all those fake this one and fake that one. Just like his fake audience, which evidently doesn't exist with his 1.819 share, whatever the hell it is. Couldn't crack a 2. Couldn't crack a 2. My God. And what was that number in the 6 o'clock hour at minus what? 230 votes on it. Well, I'm sorry that you guys lost. It
Oh, don't worry
looked
about
pretty
it.
good there at the top of the stretch, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And then I'm looking at who's second. There's nobody else coming at all. And I'm thinking, well, that's the longest shot on the board, 31. He's
Right.
nothing to worry about. And he got off right alongside, then zooming by. Zoomed on by. After the 2 softened up the 6 a little bit with some early speed, and the 1 just goes puking by. You see that Sal Biando, whatever his name is again, that goofball, Steve, what's his name? Steve Calamari?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you see him again. Tell him, oh, boy, we sure didn't cash no tickets today, Steve.
Bet you he did. Oh, just kidding.
Why? Because he wears a pinstripe suit?
Yeah,
He's got his finger on his nose, like off to the side?
He talks like this, you know.
Yeah, when the jockeys came out, he gives him that little kind of side of the finger on the nose thing.
Now, here's how this race is going to go.
He didn't talk like that. Well, I'm telling you, the Italian Defamation League's going to come after your damn it.
Yeah, what are you going to do to me?
Yeah, you'll see. Look real fast, then you'll see. Who's gone furthest with the least talent? That's our pool. I'm so depressed. I thought the 6 had it in the bag.
You know, you can't win them all, man.
I mean, how many 30 to 1 shots win? One. That's
tell
right,
me.
exactly. In fact, that was the sound that the 6 just made. Well, I had to clarify that because Joyce might think it was like a horse fart. Who's gone further with the least talent? And Man Coulter, 45. Kathy Lee Gifford, 21. Britney Spears, 21. Tiny Tim, 20. Larry King, 17. Madonna, 16. Dan Quayle. I thought we were taking Dan Quayle off of there, 14.
I texted Eric. I guess he didn't read
Well, he's busy. You know, he's busy. He's like Paco. He's Beezy. Adam Sandler, 11. Zsa Zsa Gabor, 9. Kiss, 9. Keanu Reeves, 8. Donald Trump, 7. Jay Leno, 5. Ron Jeremy, 5. He should have a lot more votes than that. A guy as grotesque and hairy as that, and he's a porno star? Give me a break. Andy Kaufman, 4. Will Smith, 4. MC Hammer, 3. Hey, Hammer. Katie Couric, 3. She should have got a lot more votes than that. Gwyneth Paltrow, 3. Bill Walsh, 3. AC/DC, 1. Bob Hope, 1. Yeah, he went far into the box. I mean, why do we have dead people on there? Although they have a good
qualify,
point.
yeah.
Thanks for the memories. He was funny sometime. I don't know, but that was not in my lifetime, though. Maybe he was. No votes for Terrence Malick, which I still have no idea who that is. The Sex Pistols, Sting, or Michael Jackson. Good. They don't belong on there. When you see Sean from Hollywood again, kick him in the ass. Say, how do you put some real stiffs on that?
He's over there at the bar drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Is he really? So how much did he make?
I don't know.
Oh, here's a good one. Your numbers will never be as high as Castronova and Ron. Your show is stale. You're anti-American. Thank goodness that you're in Canada. This country doesn't need a socialist communist like you. You never hear Paul and Ron say anything bad about our past president or knock this country, like you do. You're old and need lots of help. Please stay out of my country. Thank goodness George is here. I need my lawn mowed. How do you like that?
Cute.
They're getting really hostile toward the end of the proceedings here today. Davey Gregg says, if you Google Neil Rogers, there's a selection for Neil and the Love Sponge. Bet to place. Bet to place. How about bet to show? Oh, only pansies bet to place and show. Jim from Gettsville, New York says, I'm headed down to South Florida for my annual vacation. Just letting you know I'm gonna take South Beach apart block by block, says Crazy Jim. In Gettsville, New York. It's near Buffalo, I guess. And like I've said many times, anytime he emails us, you know, you'd be out of your mind, too, if you're near Buffalo. There are many places that make South Florida seem like paradise, and certainly that's one of them, Buffalo. An outdoor toilet. If you ever go to Buffalo, just take your pants down and do all your 1 and 2 and 3 right there on the streets, because you couldn't make it any more of a toilet than it already is. A little bit of hostility there toward the end of the show today, all, of course, coming from across the street. I guess Sid's getting upset that we're talking about his really embarrassingly bad number. Keep them coming, Sid. So we're onto it now. They're coming from across the street, and they've got Sid sitting there all afternoon. I guess once his show gets over, they wheel him over to the computer room, and that's his job, is to send all the hostile email. To fake this one. And, of course, like I said, it's a fake station. A totally fake station. With Dennis Collins at the helm. That should tell you a lot. Look what we did for W Snooze. Look at that funeral. And weren't these the guys going to put the tombstone out front of our place?
Yeah.
And according to Barry Jackass, and according to the actual numbers, which I have right here in my gland, we beat the snot out of him, except in the afternoon when that LeBastard guy. He's what they got. If they don't pay him some serious bucks, they're crazy. Because he's all they got. And I mean all they got. All they stu gots. Well, listen, thanks to our friends at Gulfstream. Get out tomorrow. Yep. Big, big day. Got a chance to win $1 million, chance to win a Honda CR-V, tickets to the Super Bowl, and, of course, some of the best racing of the entire year tomorrow.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is
Sunshine Million.
It's Sting in Miami town at 560 WQAM.
Thanks, Beasto.
You're welcome.
Cause it's all in my friend. I don't want leftovers all over again. I can't eat any more turkey again. I can't eat more yams. Yeah, cause it's all in my friend. I don't want leftovers all over again. I reheat it over and over again. Why'd I save it? Yeah, microwave it though. Unwrap the foil and I start to gag whenever I look inside. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's cold turkey and pumpkin pie. It's a shame to see all this food going bad and going to waste. Leftovers all over again. It's got a bad taste. Leftovers all over again. Oh, when I think it's turning. Oh, my stomach's churning. I don't know what else to do. How about fridge. I don't want leftovers all over again. I can't eat cranberry sauce again. No mashed potatoes, no, 'cause it's all in my fridge. I don't want leftovers all over again. I reheat it over and over again. Why'd I keep it? Yeah, I can't eat it 'cause it's all in my fridge. I don't want leftovers all over again.
Bye, bye, bye.